Let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. This feel familiar?
That is an absolutely shocking decision.
They've got a case in that it was a bad decision.
It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top of football refereeing? Every referee starts with their county FA. It's a simple training course and you can take it as soon as you hit your 14th birthday. Once you've done that, you have to go through at least 11 hours of face-to-face training. You'll then graduate as a Level 7 official, which means you can take charge of county-level games. But hold your horses, there's still a long way to go to get to the Premier League. Your next step is to spend a year each at Levels 6, 5 and 4. This covers the top of the amateur game. Only at Level 3 do you start doing Northern Counties or Isthmian League level games, for example. If you've done this all quickly, you can reach Level 2 and ref your first National League match after, I don't know, 6 years? After getting enough experience at that level, you can apply to be a referee in the EFL. There's an interview, people watching you do games, and then, if the EFL are happy, you'll be granted a Level 1 licence to ref in games in League 2 and above. Now, they don't just say on you go to the Premier League, you have to work your way up through the divisions. Only after years of hard work and refereeing on cold Tuesday nights in Stoke can you be considered to do matches in some of Europe's very best stadiums. Now, who was the youngest to reach the very top? It was actually Michael Oliver. He refed his first Premier League match in 2010 at the tender age of just 25. So if you want to follow in his footsteps, crack on. It'll only take you roughly a decade, thousands of hours of work and an incredibly thick skin. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough for the top flight. That means there's not even a 1 in 1,000 chance you'll even make it in. Obviously, referees can make mistakes, but when you think about it, having a go at them is kind of like slating a brain surgeon.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent here, everyone.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent. Pie, North London forever. Pie, go on, the boys.
Pie, what
Pop.
that was. By Jingo, we got a show for you today. Yes, Benty, North London is red. Brackets again, Spurs fans. You were humiliated yesterday in the worst possible way, but surely you don't want Thomas Frank out now, do you? He's back. We're starting with that 03717 22 344. We'll also talk about Liverpool lost their sixth, or as Gabby would say, sixth Premier League game of the season on Saturday. You're sitting in the bottom half of the table. What on earth is happening at your club? And Benty's going to bring us his top 5 talking points from the weekend in Benty's tea time takeaway as well. All that, plus we build up to our live and exclusive Premier League game tonight with Danny Murphy from Old Trafford, head of Man United, who could get into the top 4 against Everton. Big night. All that, plus we've got Benty's EFL Corner, and I don't know if you know this, Benty, we'll be joined in the studio by Harlem Eubank.
Didn't know that.
A busy show. If you want to be part of it, you can. 03717 22 344. This is Drive on talkSPORT.
And of course, it's the boot room, and I have a peach of a chat for you today. It's about boot.
How are you, DB?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
My headphones.
Jack mentioned our chat when he paid
What's
out.
Jack doing?
He said about it's welcome to the boot room. I'm here to talk about boots. I mean,
And of course, it's the boot room, and I have a peach of a chat for you today. It's about boot.
I don't think my headphones are working that well. They're not working at all. I'll take them off.
say again.
Are you joking?
Hey.
Hey, how are you, DB?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm really good. Obviously, North London is red.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
But no, I'm good. I think it's good. Do you know what? I've got nothing really new to report, if I'm honest. But
I have.
Oh, here we go.
Paper cut under my thumb. Worst possible cut a man can get. You can't stitch it. Obviously, it's not enough.
But no plaster.
Well, I woke up this morning with it. I must have done it yesterday when I was like reading the paper or something like that. I mean, awful pain, paper cut.
That's not like you don't read for starters. So.
No, a hand is. Can you pass me the paper? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an underrated cut because it's one of those where people always go, "Shut up, it's only a paper cut." But when you get it, you're like, "Oh,
It's in the
agony."
fold. It's in the fold, so it's never ever going to heal. That's the problem with it.
Yeah, of course it will.
No good. Saw the Fast Show on Saturday night. If you're a fan of the Fast Show, Paul Whitehouse, the rest of the gang, I think are geniuses. If you're a fan of the Fast Show, you need to go see it. I saw it at the Palladium. It's all over the country. Fantastic night.
What is the Fast Show?
But are you joking?
What? Honestly, every time I ask them a question, it's Egypt, 1984.
Oh, you 11 or 12 when it came out. Yeah, mid-90s it came out. Maybe it's too young for you. It's a sketch show. Very, 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 very quick gags. So you're not hanging about for a joke. It's like 20 seconds, punchline, next scene. 20 seconds, punchline.
Do you know what? It's a little bit like little skits.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like, you probably don't remember it. Do you remember The Real McCoy?
I remember, I didn't watch it, but I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it was on BBC. They were little, I still watch some of them now.
Okay.
On
I guess
YouTube.
it's the same sort of
Same thing with little gags, little scenes that maybe last 4 or 5 minutes.
maximum.
And then, and it's so funny.
Same characters keep coming back. Yeah.
Same, but The Real McCoy.
They probably nicked that from the Fast Show, that idea, as the Fast Show was first.
So I think BBC deleted that footage of The Real McCoy. There was,
hold on.
Yeah, there was a race reason behind it.
Okay.
But I mean, I watch them all on YouTube, and some of them, I promise you, are so funny.
Oh, okay.
The Real McCoy.
Robbie
G's in it. Do you remember Robbie G? He's been in Lock Stock. He's one of the guys. I'm sure he's one of the guys.
Gee, go on.
Snatch Lock Stock, where Snatch the jewellers. They're in the jewellers, but he's got the dog.
Oh yeah, who's got the whistle in his mouth?
Yes, but Robbie G's the one who's got the dog.
Oh, the big fella.
No, that's Tyrone who drives the car.
Oh right, okay.
Robbie G's the one's in the back. But no, Real McCoy. Honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't that. I saw the Fast Show.
But it's good though, yeah.
It was great. First part of the Fast Show was them sat on stage discussing how the ideas came about.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And then second part, they're doing the skits on stage. It's brilliant.
Oh, nice.
Full house at the Palladium.
Who'd you go with?
Just a friend of mine.
Now, who's your friend?
Bobby.
Bobby who?
Doesn't matter. What does it matter?
No, Bobby. You said Bobby.
You know who I went with. Because we've talked about it already.
Listen, the listener will need to know.
The superstar is Robbie Williams.
Don't you say that?
That's it. It was great.
Shout out Rob. We love him.
He knows we love him. It was great. It was really, really good.
Honestly, do you know what's funny?
Sat in the Royal Box, which was...
See, now we're talking. Didn't want to say his name. Now it's best friend superstar. Now we sat in the Royal Box. Anything else?
I'll tell you what was nice. when we were coming out of the Royal Box and we're walking amongst like the Great Unwashed, a couple of people were like, go scene. And I thought, I wonder if there's any Robbie. There was no Robbie. It was just
so now you're trying to tell me you're more famous than Robbie.
I'm just a man of the people.
You are not. You just called them the Unwashed.
They did get close to me and I was a little bit like, get away with me. Because we're going to the States. I've got to be fit for the States, right? We're going to America next week.
What do you think's going to happen?
Might get a cold or something.
You get that in here.
Don't want. That's why we're behind glass, because they can't get near me. Next week's shows, everyone. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from New York. Thursday, Friday, Washington. That's going to be great.
Incredible, isn't it?
Me and you in some sneaker shops.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking to get, really. It's got really, for me to get something, it's got to grab me now.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've had everything.
Yeah, but we can go and have a look, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you the ropes.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because you're like
I'll tell you, you take me to some sneaker shops, I'll take you some clubs in the evening.
Yeah, I'm out of New York. But you'll take me to clubs. Honestly.
I know, I've been there.
Okay, but you're going to take me to clubs, are you?
Yeah, there's a couple of clubs. I'll take you too.
Huh?
What about that, my friend? We'll go. We'll dine in style. Right, we've got to talk to style. We've got a busy show because on the back of an incredible weekend of football, there's so much to talk about. But I think there's only one place to start, and that's with Spurs, who were destroyed in yesterday's North London derby. So, sorry, Spurs fans. Today's question is, would you take back Big Ange?
Ebbs is ecstatic at the Emirates, Alex Crook.
It's Arsenal 4, Tottenham 1, Eberechi Eze. He could have signed for Spurs, remember, but he's a hat-trick hero for Arsenal.
This was one of the most shameless and embarrassing North London derbies I've ever watched. And I think Thomas Frank is way out of his depth.
A disgusting performance from Spurs in the North London derby.
It's just who we are.
Here's who you are. Tottenham were comfortably beaten 4-1 by Arsenal in North London derby yesterday. It leaves them ninth in the table without a win in their last 3 league games, whilst Arsenal, they're 6 points clear of Chelsea at the top. The Spurs boss, Thomas Frank, spoke to the media after the game. He said it's important to remember how much further along the process Arsenal are compared to Spurs.
No matter how painful it is to admit, there are definitely 6 years down the line, we are 4 months down the line. But even with that, I was still expecting much more from us today. Not that Not that we could be dominating all 90 minutes, but that we could be competitive as we were against City and PSG.
Lots to talk about. It's 15 years, nearly to the day, actually, the last time Spurs beat you at your gaff.
It was a while.
That's a long, long time, right? Before we talk about the differences, what did you make of the game?
Yeah, Arsenal dominant. It really did surprise me. How Spurs turned up and thought they could just park the bus. Like that. That's not... People talk about the Spurs way.
Mad way.
That's a mad way. And I almost think, I know you've got injuries, Arsenal have got injuries as well, but when you know the team you're playing against is better than you, to just completely try and shut up shop against a side like Arsenal, probably the best team right now, I thought was the wrong idea. I thought Thomas Frank the day before when he spoke about the "who's Eze" comment, that obviously backfired, and I've got a little bit of that in the takeaway, so I'll get to that later. But Arsenal were just better from start to finish. I think Arsenal really believed they could win. Spurs didn't believe they could win. Great goal from Richarlison, although it's Arsenal's own undoing with giving the ball away, but still, you can never take nothing away from that.
I sort of feel that's the only way you can score against Arsenal at the moment.
If they give it away.
A freak goal around the halfway line.
Potentially.
You ain't going to break them down.
No.
You're so good at the back.
But Arsenal just looked very, very good. I thought, again, Eberechi Eze was good, but I like Declan Rice. There was a number of performances. Leandro Trossard, I've sat on this show many a time, and I've said, he plays too many minutes. But this season, he's coming up big goals in big games, so fair play to him as well. But there was such a big gulp between the two sides. And I remember when Thomas Frank got the job, there were Spurs fans talking about he was like the second coming of Jesus Christ. When he was going, got Thomas Frank now. That's it. You watch now. Look what he's done with Brentford. It'll go to another level now. There's expectations at certain clubs that are different from others. Brentford's great football club. Their expectations at the start of every season is not the same as Tottenham's.
No, probably is let's stay up.
Or no, if you get in the top half,
unbelievable.
What a season you've had.
10th still okay, 11th still okay, 12th still okay.
Exactly. You go to Tottenham now where you're expected to be challenging for European positions and probably top 4, and it doesn't happen. Well, but no, I thought it was really, really poor from Spurs.
I agree with you. I just don't understand. Also, if you're a defender and you're used to playing 4 at the back, and then on a big day ahead of you, you're told to play 3 at the back. You're not used to players around you in their positions. You're not used to playing in a certain position. And also, I feel that when you're so defensive, when you're defending, you're almost inviting the opposition on to try and beat you.
Yeah.
You're sitting back. Whereas the way Spurs are used to playing is quite open football, certainly attacking football, but pushing the ball forward quickly.
But you know what, though, right? You're right.
Sorry, and the midfield they set up with the 2 in the midfield, I just thought, I don't want to say awful or useless, but they were no match for Arsenal. My thing is, if you're going to beat Arsenal, right, it's not by inviting them on.
No, but the thing is, when in pre-season, right, and then they played the Super Cup, right? Tottenham.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank played the 3 against PSG.
And they looked okay.
And they looked okay, and everyone went, see, he's not Ange, he can adapt.
That's right.
So, what way is it? Are you either happy that he can adapt and change? Or...
No, but they're not used to playing that. Biggest game of the season, or one of the biggest games of the season, and you've gone to a formation you're not necessarily familiar with.
I get it, but he's obviously seen something, and he's gone, I understand that, but he's gone, well, I think 3 for today's is the way we're going to get something out of this game. But I thought they turned up not to win the game, just tried to nick a point.
Yeah, not lose it.
Not lose it.
Is the job too big for Thomas Frank from what you've seen? We can only analyse on what we've seen so far this season. So far from what you've seen.
No, I think he's had moments where they've been decent. I think that you have to say they've had moments where you've gone, okay, fair enough. But there's been large spells this season as well where they haven't been good enough. And they can obviously Spurs fans can try and mix up as much as they want. But at the same time, I think they'll finish in Europe. I've got no doubts about that. I think they'll challenge for it. Spurs.
I'm not sure.
I think they'll finish in their European spot somewhere.
I'm not sure. I think there's so many good teams now.
There is, but I think they will. And they've obviously got key players out as well.
Yes, that's right.
But then Arsenal had a lot of players out yesterday as well. But I just think yesterday wasn't a good look for Spurs.
I think the big difference between, it's a little bit facetious, but we're going to be asking if Spurs fans would rather have Big Ange in the dugout.
Well, I don't hear that now because we had loads come on here going, oh, now Ange has got to go.
Right. But you wouldn't have got that Tottenham yesterday. They would have given it a go.
They would have given it a go, but it might have been beat 5.
That's 100% right.
So then,
does it matter?
No, but then they would have
matter?
They would have got beat 5, and then the Spurs fans would have come on here and gone, you can't change, you can't adapt.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's either one or the other.
Okay, we'll take calls on all the above. Spurs fans, it was a bad day at the office for you yesterday. Who's to blame? Obviously, some will be down to the players, I imagine, but the manager must take quite a big brunt of that blame. Is he out of his depth? Is he good enough? Would you have Big Ange back? Tottenham is how we start today's show. 03717 22 33 Dial that. You can have your say next live on Drive and talkSPORT after this. Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. The superstar is Darren Bent alongside, and our friends at Just Eat score a home win with mouth-watering matchday meals in time for kick-off. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by British welterweight Harlem Eubank, our mate. We've met him quite a few times. You and I were just having a chat about Anthony Yard at the weekend.
Tough for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't nice to watch.
No. The fight card was good, though. I enjoyed the fight card.
Yeah. Just quickly, Rangers have sacked Chief Exec Patrick Stewart. He's off Star Trek, isn't he? And Sporting Director Kevin Thelwell with immediate effect. Chelsea gaffer Enzo Maresca has identified Nottingham Forest centre-back Murillo as his top defensive target. It's interesting seeing how Forest play now with the line that they should be playing with, not as high as when Ange was in charge. Because Joe and I were chatting about this earlier. They're two centre-halves. Great players, but not blessed with pace. So why would you sit them so high up?
Yeah.
We'll talk about Liverpool a bit later on. We're talking about Spurs, 03717223344. One of the questions we're asking, would you have Ange back? Marcus, Spurs fan. Hi, Marcus.
Hi, guys. How you doing? Great show, guys.
Thanks, man. It's very kind of you. How are you today? You all right?
Well, I should be sick as a parrot, but I think parrots are better off than me at the moment.
Sick as a what?
Sick as a parrot.
Okay, yeah, go on then.
No, but what was that saying? Well, forget Ange back. No decent-minded Tottenham fan with two working brain cells who want him back. That's a fact. And but bottom line, Tottenham fans got to sit down and think about it. Right, this is our transitional season. Frank's come in. He's not going to work miracles. Right, I don't know who Darren was talking to. With Tottenham fans saying, "Oh, he's the coming of the Messiah," and this, that, and the other. No, it was a massive change to Big Ange, and that was the difference. But we've got to accept the fact that we're going to struggle this season. Right, as long as we get a better league form than last year, finish high up in the league, and just put on a decent show for the fans on a regular basis, we're not going to challenge for the title. That's standard every season. We're not going to challenge for the Champions League. That's standard every season. So I always say, give us an FA Cup run. Give us something to cheer about. But bottom line is, right, this season is Thomas Frank finding out who he wants, who he don't want. There's too much deadwood at Tottenham. The likes of Olibert, Tell, Richarlison, he's got to be the worst Brazilian striker ever in history of Brazilian strikers.
Great goal, though.
Yeah, it was a great goal. What? When you get beat 4-1, you get a great goal. I mean, the only consolation, he scored, didn't take his shirt off, didn't get booked. That was only shining, right?
It was a good goal, though. You can't say it wasn't a good goal.
Yeah, what's the point of having a good goal if you get whacked 4-1, mate?
No, but okay, was it a good goal, though? Yes or no?
Well, do you want a point? All right, it was a good goal, Darren. Yes, it was a good goal.
Thank you. That's what I need to hear.
Well, what do you want to hear that for? We got whacked 4-1 against our rivals. No one had any heart. No one had any spirit.
Great goal, though.
You want to talk about it was a great goal.
It was a good goal, though. You can't deny that. It was a great finish.
What do you want me to say? We got a great goal in a 4-1 defeat.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, as goals go, I mean, there were some good goals yesterday. That's probably the best one of the day, right?
Well, it's irrelevant, isn't it? I mean, if you're a football fan, you'd rather get a scrappy goal and win the game rather than a great goal and lose 4-1.
Oh, there you go.
I think that might be goal of the month, you know.
Well, he did say it was a great goal at the end, though. I hear what he's saying. I hear his pain. George is a good. Hi, George.
How we doing? You all right?
I love it.
Look at the smile on your face, George.
You know, I'm sitting in traffic going through Dartford. If anybody knows Dartford, you can't get anywhere fast, but I'll sit here for hours. I don't care.
Let me ask you this. Was it Arsenal were that good, Spurs were that bad, or a little bit of both?
Arsenal have been consistent all season. You know, being an Arsenal fan, it's been up and down for years. So we've been good all season, but that Tottenham team that played us, oh my God. You know, that's probably the worst I've seen them perform.
Yeah, they were terrible. As I said, they turned up. They tried to just nick a result rather than actually go and win the game. Like they turned up to just try and let's frustrate Arsenal and hopefully we get something. Arsenal at the minute right now, the way that they're playing, are too good to allow a team to just come there, shut up shop and not get no chances.
Let me ask you this. I know my answer to this question. Who do you think is your most influential player?
It's hard. I mean, listen, it's...
So I'll tell you what I think. I think Declan Rice.
So I understand what you said. I wouldn't argue with that.
I just think he's unbelievable.
He is, but then, do you know what? Saka's another one as well, though. That
I know, but with him there doing what he does, I just think that he just creates so much when he's got the ball, when he hasn't got the ball.
Well, do you know what, right? There's certain guys in the team that you know what they're going to do.
Yeah,
right?
He's that one. You're going to get worse way you get an 8 out of 10.
Right, and Saka's the same. You give him the ball and let him go and do his thing, right? But I mean, Eze at the minute in that role.
I get.
But I know what you mean. Consistently every single week, Declan Rice is probably going to play a lot more than he doesn't. Whereas Eze at a point
who's your captain now?
At the minute, Saka.
Oh, Saka gets down, man. Should he get that?
Yeah, I've got no issue with that. I mean, I've got no issue with that. But obviously, Declan Rice is
the leader, right? Yeah.
But you know what you're going to get from and Saka's the same. They just almost take care of their roles. But there's other players you need to step up, and they all are. I mean, Trossard, again, I've not been his biggest fan, but big goals in big games, important goals. Even Moreno was the false 9. People are forgetting, but Arsenal got 3 centre forwards out. 3.
Yeah. Luke's up next. He's a gooner. Hi, Luke. No, Spurs fan. Blimey. Sorry, Luke. Spurs fan.
How you doing, gents? You okay?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. How you feeling today?
Oh, my weekend was ruined. Absolutely ruined, mate. Woke up flat as a pancake this morning. It's a tough one to take, you know, and I would not have Ange back. I wouldn't, I can see why you're asking that question. But, yeah, you've got to give Thomas a little bit of time. But my biggest problem isn't so much that we lost the way we lost. He set us up the wrong way, 7 defensive players. But the players still have to have a little bit of heart, guys. They still have to show that they've got dare. What's the point in having the slogan if you're not going to try and dare? We were so non-existent everywhere. Second, like to every ball, and it just couldn't work out what we were trying to do. And with your previous caller about Richarlison, yeah, great goal. I will say it. Fantastic goal. Took it well. And then all of a sudden, he kind of got a little bit of a spring in his step that lasted about 5-10 minutes, but that's all he done all game. And it was the same against Chelsea, guys. I don't know why we keep putting these performances in against big clubs, and that worries me a little bit.
I do worry Luke as well. It's one of them where we had the last caller, or not the last one, the one before, I think the Spurs fan, he was talking about, we're not going to challenge for the league, we're not going to challenge for the Champions League. I understand all that, right? But then where are they going to challenge for? Because in my head...
It's cups, right? FA and
right,
league.
I'd say they get to an FA Cup quarter-final, right? But they finished 11th.
No.
Is that good enough?
No.
That's my point. So then, yes, it's better than 17th last year.
But not 17th in Europa League.
Yeah, but I don't understand, where is the...
Well, they need a trophy, a domestic cup.
Yeah, if they're going to finish, I think, 11th, I know it's better than 17th, but I would still expect Spurs to finish higher than that.
Yeah, but I think 11th in a cup win, league or FA,
that's
unbelievable.
different. But what if you don't win a cup and you finish 11th?
Yeah, that's the problem. Still to come, we're going to be joined in the studio by British welterweight Harlem Eubank. But first, it's time for no Googling. We'll talk Liverpool, by the way, from 5 Liverpool fans. After Eberechi Eze scored 3 times against Spurs, we want to know who's the last player before him to score a Premier League hat-trick for Arsenal. Now, I don't think it's who you think it is, if that makes sense. All right?
Hattie.
What?
Hattie, yeah.
Hattie who?
Hat-trick, Hattie.
Oh, yeah. Hattie. You shortened the word hat-trick there, did you?
Hattie.
Too long.
Got Hattie.
Got Hattie. How many Hatties you get?
Premier League?
Yeah.
1.
Oh, okay.
Europa League?
I did not know.
1.
Didn't ask about
EFL? 1.
FA Cup?
Did I get one in the FA Cup? Did I nick one in the FA Cup?
Nick one.
No, I don't think I did.
Remember the bonus if you did. The answer to that, Harlem Eubank, and loads of football chat, as you would imagine, on a Monday coming your way between now and 7. Stay with us. This is Drive Time on talkSPORT.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earned 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside a moment we'll say hello to our superstar guest. But first, the answer to the question: who was the last player before Everton to score a Premier League hat-trick for Arsenal?
Ooh. How long ago are we talking?
2 years. Not at your club anymore, but he's still in London.
He's still in London? Not at the club anymore, but still in London. Position?
A striker.
Why are you laughing? It might be a midfielder.
He scores hat-trick. It's very rare midfielder scores hat-trick. Maybe that's the next no Googling. Who's the last midfielder to score hat-trick? No?
No.
Eddie Nketiah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Sheffield United.
Hey, what's a hat-trick, by the way? I remember it as well. One of them, he's absolutely from the outside of the box. Whack. Yeah.
Whack. We'll be talking whack in just a moment. Still to come, we'll be asking if it's time for Liverpool to wave goodbye to Arne Slot. But now a bit of whack, bit of boxing. Because Friday night saw the Eubank family get back to winning ways as Harlem secured a unanimous points victory over Josh Wagner. And I'm delighted to say The man in question is with us again in the studio. How are you, Harlem? It's good to see you.
Hey, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
I examined your face just before we came on air, and I looked at you and went, "You sure you had a fight on Friday?"
It's not every time you can come out unscathed, so...
Well, I mean, it's even more so that it goes to a unanimous point. Like, so you're fighting the full distance, and you look... I mean, there's a little cut in... Is that cut in your forehead, or was that there before? Is that
This one I done when I was 4 years old.
Oh, right. So no marks on you.
It's perfect then.
Everyone that sees me thinks I've done it from boxing. They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
How'd you do it when
did
you were
that?"
4? What'd you do?
I fell off a swing head first. Yeah, come crashing down, and yeah, my dad was in trouble for that one.
Oh, he told your mum?
Yeah.
So tell me about the fight of the weekend. I mean, a unanimous points decision tells me, of course, it was not a slugfest, but certainly a tough fight for you, right?
Yeah, it was a tough competitor, top 15 in the world. Josh Wagner. He's only, he's only lost once. He's 19-1, and he's only lost at world title challenging level. So it was great to go in there. I see a stat that I won pretty much every moment of every round, which is something, when I refer to some of the things I was saying going into the fight and the lessons that I've learned, one of them was that the fight can be taken away from you at any moment. So you have to go in there and make sure you win every round. And I feel like I took that lesson from the last fight, took it into this one, and going to make it count at world level now.
You're still seething about the fight you did lose to Jack Catterall because unfortunate situation, the head clash, and then obviously having to stop the fight. But do you still think about that fight now, even though you've won, as you said there, against Josh Wagner? Is that the Catterall one you're thinking, no, I need to run that back again?
No, I feel great from it. I took the lessons, and now I can make them count. Going forward, I made them count in this fight here with a very tough challenger. And I made the fight look easier than it was meant to be. It was meant to be a very, very tough challenge, and I made it look a lot easier. And now we're in prime position in the top 15 with the IBF. To go in and challenge for a world title. You mentioned the IBF, the champion there, Lewis Crocker. He was ringside, right, for your fight at the weekend? He was ringside watching.
You speak to him?
I didn't speak to him directly, but he was scouting out, what was going on there. And listen, I'm ready to take that fight next. We're the guys that are here to fight the best. We're not trying to duck and dodge and hide away in the US. Saying that we only want to fight US fighters. There's a lot of smoke here in the UK, and we're the fighters that are going in there to fight the best.
So you fought 22 times so far, right? So where are you at now? How many fights away, in your mind, are you from having a shot?
I'm right there. I'm in pole position. We can make the fight happen next. Me and Lewis, we're both here to fight the best. We're both hungry challengers, and we both want to fight the best in the UK. He has a world title. He's in the UK. It's on home soil. We can, we have the same management team.
Oh, okay, that makes it easier.
Our management team, my management team has a great relationship with his promotional team, Matchroom. We can make it happen at Windsor Park next.
What kind of problem do you think he poses, Lewis Crocker? Because a lot of people said how good he is. He obviously is a world champion. But what kind of problems do you think he could cause you?
He's one of the heaviest hitters in the welterweight division. That's why Ben, is scared to take on the challenge. He wants to stay in the US and hide over there. I want to fight the best. I've proven that. My track record says that I want to fight the best in the division, in the UK, in the world. And, I've taken on them challenges, and I'm ready to go in there against Lewis and, become world champions. So
whenever we have a Eubank in the studio, we have to talk about Eubank Ben from, was it the weekend before last? Yeah. I think it was. You were there for that.
Yeah.
What did you make of the fight?
Well, I wasn't at the second one because I had to prepare to fight.
You were at the first one?
At the first one. Had to watch from the TV the second one, unfortunately.
Can I ask, why was that? Why weren't you ringside for that
Because I was fighting yesterday, so it's a lot of energy to be around.
Okay.
If you're preparing to fight for yourself, a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, so you have to kind of sacrifice, being in that. Obviously, I wanted to be there, with everything, so just had to chill and watch it on TV. But yeah, a shame to see the fight go like that. But so my cousin, he's been He's been boiled down twice with the rehydration, the weight, and at 36 years old, your body just, can't take it.
Do you think that was the problem? Because from what he looked unbelievable in the first fight, he probably went as far as he could go in that first fight in terms of he had to dig deep at times. They both did, in respect to both men. But he just didn't look anywhere near the same fighter in that second fight as he did in the first fight. And is that because you think of the getting down in weight and the rehydration and all those things play its part?
Yeah, I think it's a number of things. I think physically doing that the first time, I feel like he left a lot in the ring. He went deep to the well in the first fight and, came out victorious. But still, that rehydration, that takes its toll in the ring. He was suffering in the hospital after that fight for 3 days with severe dehydration, so...
What do you think he'll do next, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I think he'll take a little bit of time out to... He had some issues, with a few things going, well, throughout the two camps, but...
what were they?
Just stuff that he didn't want to disclose, so I'm not going to go into detail, but...
Do you know them?
Yeah,
what is it to do? I won't ask you what they are, but what is it to do with the weight or the routine that he was going to, or the training he was with? What area is it?
It's a bit of everything, but your body, we're organisms where if you put too much stress on your body, it's going to let you know about it. It's going to react in a negative way. And, I think the weight is obviously a part of that. You're stressing your body to the maximum, and your body's going to react. I feel like the fights were very close back to back as well, so he didn't necessarily get the chance to let the body rest and recover because you're straight into another camp. So I think it's just having the body under stress without letting it recover for a long period of time. Conor came with a slightly different plan, which suited him on the night, but I feel like Chris at full strength, Chris doing what we know he can do, I feel like it would have played into his hands, but he got revenge.
You said there before you wanted to fight Conor, Ben. Now, of course, you want Lewis Crocker because you want to become world champion, and I respect that. But if that fight, for whatever reason, doesn't happen, is the Conor Ben the next one that you want? He's talked about coming back down, so I expect him to. Is that the fight that you want?
I want to become world champion. I'm not here for the fantasy fights, the matchups that don't bring you closer to becoming champion of the world. I came into the sport to become champion, and I'm in prime position now, and the fight's easy to make. So, that is the fight I want next, the IBF world title.
But we know that money talks in this sport.
That's what my question was going to be.
If someone put £5 million on the table for you to fight Conor Ben, would you take it?
Of course. I would fight him, I would fight him for way less than that, I would.
Okay, I wouldn't go into it with that mentality. Don't say that on national radio.
I'm just saying that
I know what you're saying.
I've let it be known many a time, that fight is very, very easy to make, but Conor is hiding in the US. He doesn't want to fight anyone from the UK. I think he even quoted that he wouldn't fight for the IBF because of the rehydration clause the next morning, which is very, very ironic, given that he's just, drained my cousin down twice.
Can I ask, when you say he's hiding in America, right, what do you mean by that? Because, I've met Conor a few times, and like all boxers, I don't really think any of you hide. So what do you mean by that when you say he's hiding in America?
He's done about 1 million interviews saying he won't challenge for the IBF world title. And that's the one that's in the UK, is a UK fighter, saying he only wants to fight champions in the US.
How hard is it for a fighter to choose between going down the world champion route and getting an extortionate amount of money? Because obviously the Saudi investment is massive. And I understand it comes down to the individual, but I understand what you're saying. You want to become world champion, and we respect that. But if someone drops, as you said, there 10 million on the table, but there is a world title shot there, it must be incredibly difficult to turn down the 10 million that's sitting over there.
Maybe. It all depends on what you've done in the sport, what you've achieved. Some people have got massive paydays for lesser level fights, than world championship level. So it depends what you've done already, what you have available. But ultimately, why you come into the sport, what motivates you to go into the gym every day. And for me, my dream coming into the sport was to, I was looking at my uncle, he become world champion. He defended it multiple times and cemented a legacy in the sport that is very difficult to match. And that is my motivation, inspiration to go and become world champion.
Well, we hope you get your title shot. It sounds like, you know, it's edging closer every day, so hopefully that will happen. Thank you for coming in. Just quickly, Benty was talking to you about your sneakers that you had on.
Yeah.
Are you a sneaker freak? Have you got loads of them?
I like my trainers. I got too many.
How many have you got? Roughly?
Probably about 100, but I always get pestered to sell them as I get new ones.
Yeah.
So.
He's got over £2.
No,
2,000.
Stop telling people that.
You've got a lock up with £2.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
now you're telling people I've got. I must. No, listen.
You've
I
got
don't know what it
2,000.
is, but it's not that. So it's not as many as that, and it's not that.
Would you estimate?
I don't know. Come on.
You do?
Yeah,
But like,
one or two.
Harlem, you know the Jordan 3?
Yeah.
I said, how many pairs of that have you? And he said, I don't know. I've got about 800 pairs in my loft.
Why are you telling people this?
800 pairs of Jordan 3s. Wait. You know, there must only be about 15 colorways. So how many?
You know what these
pairs
footballers
of each colour have you got?
Harlem, they get a crease, lob them out.
Oh, new one.
That's what they're like, yeah.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
How many you got?
Nowhere near 1,000.
You got loads.
Your trainer guy.
A couple hundred pairs.
No,
in his house.
No, it's not 100.
Yeah.
No, I'm sniffing 100. I got about 92.
What's your favourite pair?
Great question. Fragments, Travis Scott.
Ooh.
You like that?
Yeah. It's a very middle of the road answer, isn't it? Like,
that one new. Harlem, listen, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming. Good luck with that title shot as well. We'll see you soon. Brilliant stuff.
Nice.
More from me and Benty after this, and also from 5 o'clock, Liverpool fans, we're talking about your club. So if you want to dial in now, we'll take your details, and we'll call you back in about 12 minutes. 03717 22 344. This is Drive on talkSPORT. We had to throw Harlem out.
Yeah, what a nice boy.
Talking sneakers in the ad breaks. Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent and Justy. Feature squad with matchday meals delivered in time for kickoff. Still to come, we'll be asking if it's time for Liverpool to wave goodbye to Arnie Slot. What? Now, though, it's time for this.
Objection! Sustained. I sentence you to a lifetime of supporting United. Football Court is now in session with Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yeah, time now for a special Judge Paddy feature, as tomorrow is Paddy Power's Perfect Challenge, where a host of big names from darts, golf and snooker will be using their skills to answer which is harder, a 9-darter in darts, a hole-in-one in golf, or 147 in snooker. Well, it's time for Ordering the Court as we welcome Alex Fitzgibbon from our friends at Paddy Power, who is here to listen to our thoughts and predictions and have a big old debate as well about which we think is the most difficult. Let's say hello firstly to Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hey, fellas, how you keeping?
It's my favourite. Alex, my favourite. Obviously, the other one's Alex. I don't like the others. You're my guy.
Yeah, Andy, you were giving me a bit of stick last week. You started that.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Clips.
Can I ask you a question? Are you happy today?
Yeah,
You know,
always.
Tell your face.
See?
Right, listen. Before we have our argument.
Your hair is longer on the sides than it is on the top.
Yeah, I know.
I love Alex.
Right. Isn't it bizarre that hair can grow? I bet you remember the old days, don't you, when you had some?
I have them already, Benty.
Right, listen, before we have our little debate, I have a couple of questions for you. I think it's fascinating, the 9-darter, the hole-in-one and the 147. What do you think is the perfect challenge?
So for me, I think the hardest one out of the three is the 147. But yeah, obviously, like you mentioned, we have the hole-in-one in golf, 9-darter in darts, and then obviously the 147 for the golf. The lineup we have for that is Ross Fisher, Matt Wallace, and Robert Rock. For the darts, we have MVG, Luke Humphreys, Damon Heta, Stephen Bunting, and Johnny Clayton. And then for the snooker, we have Sean Murphy, Kyrene Wilson, and Luca Rachel.
Luca Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, and they're all live on Sky Sports Darts YouTube channel, along with the Paddy's channels and the PDC's X, Facebook, and YouTube channels as well.
Okay, brilliant. I'd love talking about this. So Benty and I, we're going to have 45 seconds each to take our cases to you, present our evidence. You're going to judge us on our knowledge, stats, delivery, and anything else you think is relevant. Who would you like to go first, Judge, me or Benty?
We'll let Benty go first.
Okay,
I'll give you a
Benty.
bit of stick, Andy. So
I don't mind. I can take it.
Yeah, Alex is my favourite.
Exactly.
Is he? I'm confident on this one.
Jack just said, Jack just said to me, wait for the timer. All right, okay, Jack.
I've achieved 2 of the 3, so that'd be interesting. Right, okay, wait for the timer in your own time, Jack.
Court is now in session, and it's already wildly unprofessional.
Yeah, so listen, I understand about the 9-darter and the 147 snooker, but I am going to go for a hole-in-one golf, just because...
What's the hardest?
Yeah, because it's one of the... I think out of the 3, it's the only one where the elements can play its part. So, obviously, a 9-darter in darts, you're indoors, so it's pretty much the exact same. 147 as well, the exact same. Nothing changes. The weather doesn't come into it. But with these golfers in the hole-in-one, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, it can be windy. Do you know what I mean?
Do you not think that plays in the favour now?
Well, not really. I mean,
45 seconds.
Now, if you're going to get against the wind as well, now I think the elements are a big part. If you can control the golf ball and get a hole-in-one when it could be windy, I mean, the elements play its part. I'm going to go for the golf, whereas a 9-darter, you're indoors, not really a lot changing. Snooker as well. The elements are the exact same every single time you play snooker or you play darts, but the golf, depending on what day you wake up, makes it more difficult.
All right, let's Bentley's go. Are you ready for mine, Judge?
Yeah, he's had a mare there anyway.
He has had a mare, yeah.
Oh, Alex, all right, you used to be my favourite.
It's always good to hear a judge say that before you present your case. I'm ready.
Andy.
I'm ready, Jack.
All rise for the Honourable Judge Paddy.
Now, I think the interesting question is over what period of time, because factually anyone can get a hole-in-one, and we've seen it before with a 3-year-old kid that's picked up a golf club for the first time, or a 90-year-old granny. They have actually got a hole-in-one. So when you compare what's more difficult, hole-in-one or 147, 36 perfect shots in snooker, only a skilled expert can get a 147. Same with a 9-darter. You can't fluke it, but you can fluke hole-in-one. But there's a big but here. On any given day, if you wanted to see one, a guaranteed one, like you're doing tomorrow, you have more chance of seeing a 9-darter and more chance of seeing a 147 than you have of seeing a hole-in-one. If I was in the room with Sean Murphy, he's got more chance of getting a 147 than if I was on a golf course with DeChambeau. So,
no, stop. No more, please. So he didn't finish his point, Judge. Done.
Yeah, trying to see where you're going with this. Are you picking one or what's the crack?
Yeah. Well, my question is over what period of time? It's too vague to answer. So over what period of time do I have to find the hardest one?
What was that?
I reckon just right now. What do you think is the hardest one?
147.
147. I agree.
I can fluke a hole in one. I can't fluke a 147.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna agree with Andy here on this one. I think in darts and golf, I think there's a bit of the kind of, how would you say, fluke aspect to it.
Yeah.
I think you can get a bit more lucky in those two. But whereas with the 147, in terms of like Andy mentioned, the amount of balls you have to pot, as well as I think the angles, just you need to think about 3 or 4 shots in advance in snooker.
Yeah.
So yeah, Benty, Adam, and I'm gonna give this one to Andy.
Well,
Andy
Judge, if that's your decision, I'm not going to argue with that. Fair play.
Wait, don't do that with fingers.
What's the story? Wait, I need to bring it up. What's the story with last week? You're having a little pop of me.
I didn't. Hey, not me. Him. It's always Andy, ain't never me.
So what? I wasn't here last week. What happened?
You was here last week.
What happened?
You pop it.
Andy, you reckon Reds win tonight?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
Hopefully.
That's nice.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, Alex.
See you soon,
Cheers,
pal.
lads. Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too. There you go. Big thanks to Alex, our mate. Join us tomorrow afternoon to find out what happened in Paddy's Perfect Challenge. 18 plus, gambleware.org. Find out more by searching Perfect Challenge at paddypower.com.
Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Your hair's in bits, mate. You need to get that sorted.
I know I do. Liverpool chat is how we start hour number 2. If you want to talk about your team or your manager, Liverpool fans, what is going wrong at your club? 03717 22 3344. Dial now. You'll be next live and drive on talkSPORT.
Let's be honest, we've all found ourselves raging at a referee's decision at some stage. This feel familiar?
That is an absolutely shocking decision.
They've got a case in that it was a bad decision.
It's such a poor decision.
Yeah, I think he's just made a bad decision in that instance.
But what does it take to get to the very top of football refereeing. Every referee starts with their county FA. It's a simple training course and you can take it as soon as you hit your 14th birthday. Once you've done that, you have to go through at least 11 hours of face-to-face training. You'll then graduate as a Level 7 official, which means you can take charge of county-level games. But hold your horses, there's still a long way to go to get to the Premier League. Your next step is to spend a year each at Levels 6, 5 and 4. This covers the top of the amateur game. Only at Level 3 do you start doing Northern Counties or Isthmian League level games, for example. If you've done this all quickly, you can reach Level 2 and ref your first National League match after, I don't know, 6 years? After getting enough experience at that level, you can apply to be a referee in the EFL. There's an interview, people watching you do games, and then, if the EFL are happy, you'll be granted a Level 1 licence to ref in games in League 2 and above. Now, they don't just say on you go to the Premier League, you have to work your way up through the divisions. Only after years of hard work and refereeing on cold Tuesday nights in Stoke can you be considered to do matches in some of Europe's very best stadiums. Now, who was the youngest to reach the very top? It was actually Michael Oliver. He reffed his first Premier League match in 2010 at the tender age of just 25. So if you want to follow in his footsteps, crack on. It'll only take you roughly a decade, thousands of hours of work and an incredibly thick skin. In total, there are 37,000 registered referees across England, but the PGMOL has only deemed 21 good enough for the top flight. That means there's not even a 1 in 1,000 chance you'll even make it in. Obviously, referees can make mistakes, but when you think about it, having a go at them is kind of like slating a brain surgeon.
Welcome back to our number 2 Drive and Talk Sport with me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent still here, would you believe?
I would like to work in Foot Locker.
Would you? You'd like to work in Foot Locker, would you? Still to come, we'll find out what Benty is serving up with his tea time takeaway, but now, don't laugh, man, it's unprofessional. Is it time for Liverpool to wave goodbye to this man, Slotty?
Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 3, and it's Morgan Gibbs-White who's got it. This will be the one that sparks the most concern and the most worry and perhaps the most pressure for Arne Slot as well.
My blame would be on the players right now. As I've said to you already, he'll be using the same words, he'll be using the same tactics, he'll be training the same way, he'll be resting them up the same way, the travel will be the same.
Slot got it completely wrong.
They look a shadow of any team under Klopp. Forget last season. Last season they weren't even that great. We are now talking about what the future looks like for Slot.
Yes, Liverpool were hammered 3-0 at Anfield by Nottingham Forest on Saturday afternoon. It leaves them 11th in the Premier League with 6 defeats from 12 games so far. It's also their 8th defeat in the last 11 in all comps. Just gets better, doesn't it? Their boss Andy Slot spoke to talkSPORT after the game. He said they need to improve defensively. Did he? Is that what he said, did he?
Yeah, of course, you always prefer to keep a clean sheet because then you've got the biggest chance to win a game of football. And I think that's what we did very well in the first half hour. We were just constantly trying, pushing without giving away a lot. But yeah, if you go a goal down, if you go 2 goals down, you need to take a little bit of more risk, like you said, with the first substitution, with the second substitution. And sometimes this leads to a goal, and we all know if it leads to a goal, what can happen here at Anfield. But now it did lead to a goal, but not for us, for them. And we have to accept that, and I take full responsibility.
My goodness, no one saw this at the beginning of the season. So just to put things into perspective, 12 games, Liverpool have lost 6. This time last season, Ipswich, who went down, had lost 5.
Yeah.
They're in the bottom half of the Premier League. To me, it looks like Liverpool are broken. And I don't really know how they're going to get it back, because defensively, I think Konate's a terrible player. The fullbacks, changing the fullbacks, I think has been a big mistake. Mo Salah looks completely off it. They've got 2 strikers, and the better one can't start. I think Ekitike at the moment is better than Isaac, but he's not starting because you spent £120 million on a stroke. Wirtz isn't working. I said that from day one. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't turn into the player that Liverpool thought they bought. Everything with Liverpool at the moment looks pretty much broken, and I don't know how they're going to fix it. And sorry, I did say this last season when every Liverpool fan was telling me that Slot is the Messiah, is unbelievable manager, that just wait until your manager has to buy players, sell players, come up with his formation, come up with his tactics, come up with his subs. Then we'll know. He might win the league again, right? And then we'll know he's great. But if you inherit a team with arguably 4 of the best players the Premier League's ever seen, and by that I'm saying Trent, Salah, Van Dijk and Alisson, they might not be, but they're in that conversation. You're going to do well, right? I mean, he went above and beyond. He won the Premier League. Unbelievable in your first season. But now we're finding out how good a manager he is. And that's the problem.
No, I think certainly. You can't take anything away from him last season. Yet he inherited a squad, but the same squad didn't win the league before. He managed to find a way that they did. So you have to give him credit for that. And again, I go back to it. On paper, you look at the likes of Kirkers. So at the time, one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League. There was an argument. I thought him
for Bournemouth though.
For Bournemouth, yeah, he was going to. I thought Robertson was unbelievable as well. For Fulham, but I thought Kirkers, when they were looking at him, I thought, yep, great signing. Even Wirtz, one of the most coveted players in Germany in world football, really, really talented. Isaac, one of the best centre-forwards in the Premier League over the last few seasons. All the signings on paper, I thought, yeah, looked really, really decent, looked good. And I thought, yep, I thought it'd be not a wrap, but I thought Liverpool would be strong contenders if they managed to get the Isaac one over the line. But it just hasn't worked. Kirkers hasn't worked in the slightest. Looks vulnerable defensively, not quite sure what to do in possession. I still think Robertson's a better fullback than he is. I look at Isaac. Ekitike, I think, has done really well, but although he's now starting to slow down a little bit, and I think that's because he's almost a little bit unsure as to where he kind of fits in now, because I thought he started off the season incredibly well. I thought he'd done well in pre-season. I thought he'd earned the right to maybe hold on to that shirt, but Arne Slot, for whatever reason, is looking like he really wants to get Isaac in.
But how would you feel if you're a £90 million signing and you scored the goals and then they dropped you?
Yes, it's difficult, but he would have looked at Isaac and thought, but again, when you get bought for 90 million, he would have backed himself to be able to keep Isaac out of the team, and I think he's done well. I think he should be starting. Isaac just hasn't worked, hasn't looked fit, and even Salah to a certain point is, we know how good he's been and he can be, but just hasn't got going yet this season. Doesn't look like he's playing with the same intensity. Yes, he's still a very, very good player, but his numbers are just not stacking up like they did last season. So when you start adding all these bits together, it has really shocked me that they're not as good as they were. But defensively, I think it's the problem. Defensively, they just don't look anywhere near the force that they were at one point. And I guess in January, I know it sounds daft and a bit bizarre, they're going to have to go and buy another centre half.
Why is it? I'm not claiming this is my observation, but someone on social media said about Jamie Carragher, right? When he was talking about Man United's managers in the past and they spent money, it wasn't working. He said he's out of his depth. When he's talking about Liverpool, it's not working. He's talking about go and spend more money.
Yeah.
Well, make your mind up.
No, it's not make your mind up. It's about where they're
spent £500 million, mate.
Yeah, but it depends where they're coming from. So Man United are out of their depth because they're coming from not winning anything. They like Fergie, of course, but the years since then, you've not won anything massive where you go, okay, well, Slot's coming off the back of a Premier League title, so you kind of give him a little bit more time.
But if you look at the Liverpool team, right, and you think you need to spend money, I'm guessing you think centre half.
Yeah,
probably it.
100%.
Right. Liverpool aren't 11th because they don't have one good centre half.
No, but it makes a big difference. Like, you think about how good they've been going forward.
Score goals. They scored none at home.
No,
not in front.
No, but I get that. But my point is, defensively, for such a long time, they have been at times rock solid.
If you've got Ekitike and Isaac, and you're losing 3-0 at home to Forest, all your problems aren't just defensively.
Yeah, but how many times have I sat here and said to you before about
goals win games?
Yeah, goals win games, but also like offense sells tickets, defense win championship.
I know, but we're talking about one game. If they're
It's happened all season. Like Kanate from the very first minute. And
the reason Liverpool awful isn't because they don't have Mark Gurhey.
No, but the point is that one part of it, it's not as simple as just going, they're not scoring goals, that's why they're playing awful.
No, but it's not. I don't think it's as simple as saying if you go and buy a centre half,
yeah, but it helps.
changes.
No point.
Where does it stop?
Yeah, but my point is, if you are not keeping clean sheets and you're not defending well, you're always going to be in problems. And one sec. And the moment the attack are not doing their job and scoring goals, and you're leaking goals, you find yourself in this position.
Right. Well, if you're that good a manager, right, change things. For a prime example, Sean Dyche goes into Nottingham Forest, right? The way they were playing on big hands, the centre halves were pushing up way too far, playing too much. He identified the problem, made them sit back, played to their strengths. And now they're winning games and they're not conceding, right?
Yeah.
If he's that good a manager on his slot, get the best out of your centre halves.
I understand it, but look, okay, Pep's one of the greatest, and Man City at the minute are still, they're kind of like in and out. So that it happens. And I think they will get it right, but I do think defensively,
why are they not in the top 10?
Because they're not playing well enough. Simple as that.
Why? Whose fault is it they're not playing well?
Yeah, the manager isn't getting the best out of the team.
Honestly, if it was a Man United manager...
No, but he's not getting the best out of the team.
You've not mentioned the manager once yet.
But also... He's not getting the best out of the team, but also players have got to take responsibility as well.
Yeah, that goes across the board, right?
That's still a big thing.
But it's the manager that picks the team, the formation, and the subs.
Okay, I understand that, what you're saying. But also as well, if Salah, for this instance, isn't doing what he's doing, that's not the manager's fault. That's the player's fault.
No, but if you're playing Kirkes and not playing Robertson...
Okay.
If you're playing Kanate, who's I don't think he's anywhere near the level...
As opposed to who? Who else? That Giovanni got injured. Joe Gomez, I'm a big fan of, can't stay fit.
Okay.
So
who played right back for them at the weekend?
Szoboszlai. He's not centre half. So he's still got the same problem.
He's not a right back either.
I get that, but my point is, Kanate's still playing.
But if you're bringing in players like Frimpong, who's not a right back,
he's like a right wing back.
Yeah, but he's not a right back. It's totally different. It's like Ahmad's not a right back, but he's playing right wing back. He's not a wing back either.
I mean, you probably couldn't have used the two worst.
No, but I'm saying.
Examples.
Don't play him there.
Yeah, but who else you play there?
Frimpong's not a right back.
No, but he's a right wing back, so he's got
totally different role.
I wouldn't say it's totally different, but
in a wing back, you're not playing four at the back.
No, but my point is this as well. Some of the signings.
Is Trent a wing back or right back?
He's a right back. But my point is that the signings that they made at the start of the season, I thought they would be decent because Kirkes was good.
Job to manage.
I get it. My point is Salah, who we love. I even give you Isak. Now Isak's a little bit different because he didn't do pre-season. He's not been fit and he's still trying to get to the levels. But Salah's the one to use that he season upon season has been like a miracle worker. Because every season he puts in the numbers, puts in the performances, and he kind of takes care of himself. Right now, that's not happening for Salah.
No, I'll tell you why you're wrong, right? Last season, Liverpool won the league.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, Arne Slot, wow.
Yeah.
This season, they're 11th. No one's saying Arne Slot's not good enough. People are going, it's the players, they've got to take... No. If you're patting the manager on the back when you win it...
Oh, no.
The manager's the one under the spotlight when you lose it.
A lot of people last season, and I remember people saying last season about how good Salah was, how good Van Dijk was.
It's the manager's job to manage.
How good...
Get the best out of him.
How good Gravenberch was.
Get the best out of your player.
So you're looking at it too like one-dimensional.
No, who would you play better?
No, but
for?
You're saying to me about the manager getting the best out of the players, but it's not Arne Slot's fault. Now Arne Slot deserves a lot of slack because Liverpool aren't playing well, but it's not Arne Slot's fault that Salah's not firing.
Well, it is.
Well, of course he's not.
You don't know his man management skills. They might be appalling.
Well, it was good last season.
He's only just joined the club.
What's your point? Well, did Salah play a full season under him last season?
Why?
Did Salah play a full season? Yeah. Yes. And how many Salah win Player of the Year?
Yeah.
That's Salah's fault if he comes back below par.
Is it a manager's job to manage?
Yes. Listen, Arne Slot deserves a lot of stick.
Okay, percentage-wise.
My point
percentage-wise.
It's not about percentage-wise.
No, I'm asking you who you think is to blame percentage-wise.
Listen, Arne Slot has been, like he's tactically this season, it hasn't worked. But my point is, I never foreseen Salah falling off a cliff like he is at the minute. Now he's just not as good as he was last season. There are a number of players in the squad who haven't started off this season as good as they did last season. But Arne Slot, you can't blame Arne Slot simply for the fact that these players haven't shown up. It must be his fault.
You're name checking Salah.
Because he's the one.
I'm name checking every Liverpool player.
Well,
so when you say Salah's form's off a cliff, yeah. But everyone's off a cliff.
Yeah, none of them playing.
They're not performing, and it's the manager's job to manage and get the best out of his players. And he's not doing it.
Right, and and they're getting beat. And Arne Slot deserves a lot of slack for the way Liverpool are playing. But my point is, at some point, the players have to look in the mirror and go, "I'm not doing enough."
I never buy into that.
Well, I do. Well, I've done it. I've played in it.
Yeah, but you by your own admission, you play better under Curbs than you would Paul Lambert.
Yeah, because I didn't get on with the manager. That's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but we don't know these players don't get on with Slot.
No, we don't. But what I'm saying is It's all about the relationship between the manager and the player.
Yeah, but still, no. I think sometimes the player, and again, Arne Slot deserves it. Again, I keep saying it. He's not doing his job correctly, but at the same time, the players have to look in the mirror and go, I can do more.
I don't buy that.
Because you think the players can do no more than they're doing?
No, I don't buy that.
So you don't think the players can do any more?
No, managers get sacked because they don't get results.
No, but you're saying no. So you're saying every single one of the players.
The players can step up, but the manager is responsible for everything. Their attitude, their feeling, everything.
But still,
a manager can make you feel 10 times bigger.
I get it, but still, I can still do more myself as well.
I know, but if he makes you feel little, you ain't. And if he makes you feel giant, you are.
But listen, I'm pretty sure at times Klopp and Salah didn't get on since the eye to eye all the time. But yet Salah still put in performances every season.
If before you came on air, you were outside with management, right? Let's say fictitious management, right? Yeah. And he was screaming and shouting and giving you hell, right? Yeah. And you coming in, you were a little bit that. Your show would be below par.
Yeah, but I'd still,
hold on. If you had a manager outside just before you went in, right, and went, Benty, your work on drive time is unbelievable. Yeah. You are fan. You're going to come here. Your shoulders will be.
No, I'm coming in with the same energy.
You're not.
Well, you are.
You're not. Well, I'm not.
Oh, well, that's you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, but again, it comes down to the individual.
And it comes down to management.
No, it's not just management's fault. You need to stop just saying it's the manager's fault.
Let's take calls on the back of it. 03717223344. Liverpool in a mess. Who's to blame? Drive and TalkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here, and our friends at Just Eat, the app for all your delivery needs. Still to come, we'll find out what Benty's serving up in his tea time takeaway. Just quickly, Middlesbrough have appointed Kim Hellberg as their new coach. Jude Bellingham scored one, assisted another as Real Madrid returned to the top of La Liga with a 2-2 draw. But now we're taking your calls. Is it time for Liverpool to wave goodbye to Slotty? 03717223344. Keith is first.
Sorry, you must think that's a bit ridiculous.
What?
Say goodbye to Slot.
Yeah, without a doubt. That's insane.
Wow.
For a number of reasons. One, we're only like quarter way through the season. Right? There's obviously a mess at the club, and they need to sort it out.
Yeah.
But I do think you've got credit in the mate if you just won the Premier League.
That's what I'm saying. Come on.
And it's an unbelievable achievement. Keith is a Liverpool fan. Hi, Keith.
Hi, Andy. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you today? You all right? You well?
I've had better months. Andy. You're enjoying yourself, though, I can tell.
Yeah. Can you hold on one? Sorry, this is rude. Can you hold on 1 second, Keith? I've just got to find that violin. Oh no, I can't. Go on, Keith. Carry on.
Yeah, let's begin. It's been a torrid time since the November. No, I'm joking. Look, no, great show as always, lads. I actually called in because two things I wanted to mention. First, Benny, I back you on this one.
I'm sorry about the violins. That's just, this.
I just said to Jack, that's sports bar. Let the sports bar have the violins. That's not ours.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. That's why I avoid the sports bar at all costs. No, the first one was, look, Liverpool shouldn't have to be scoring 2 goals every single game to win a football match. And there's a lot of focus on our attack. I'd argue when we're looking at who's to blame, I think to a certain extent it has to be the sporting director. I mean, remember when Arnie first became manager, he was framed as head coach, and that was a discussion at the time.
I'm going to interrupt you, Keith, right? I'll tell you why. At the beginning of the season, before ball was kicked, no one looked at your squad and said, I don't know what that sporting director's done, but this is awful.
But do teams really win the transfer window? I'm actually more concerned when anybody says, "Oh, that team won the transfer window this summer," because usually when a team wins the transfer window in the summer, it always ends up being negative. And I just think when I look at our team sometimes, I don't feel like we have any players that actually want to defend. When I look at it, I think the only defenders that really exist in our team are Van Dijk, Konate, and Joe Gomez to a certain extent, other than the keeper. Everybody else wants to go forward, and it works great. When things are going well and things are clicking, it looks incredible. But when you're nervous and when you're in a situation like we were in against Nottingham Forest, where one ball over the top and all of a sudden only 2 people are defending, then that's where I feel like the real issue lies. And I look, Gravenberch, for example, he used to be a number 8. He likes going forward. McAllister used to be a number 10 for Brighton. Soboslai was a right winger for RB Leipzig. That's our midfield composition. We don't have enough people that want to defend, and that's why I have to say the sporting director has to look at it a bit and say, well, look at the imbalance of the team that we currently have, because when things go bad, that's when you need people who really want to.
Before we started the season, I had people saying, "Oh my God, Kirkes, what an unbelievable cross of the ball." I was one of them, right? What a player he is. Frimpong, he'd be good at right back, right? And then Salah, I'm glad we kept Salah, and our midfielders, Verts, we've added to the midfield. We've got Ekatike. Oh my God, we got Isak as well. We're going to fly. And I had Liverpool down to walk it. Absolutely. I don't think you can look at the sporting director and question the players that have come in. I think you've got to question why it's not working for the players that have come in.
Correct. But I'd also say, I get what you're saying. My just thing is that, when we're looking at the type of players that we're bringing into the club, the kind of players that we brought into the club, when you look at Diaz, rest in peace, Jota, when you're looking at Nunes, you're looking at players that did like to press on the front foot, that did like to get stuck in, that did like to defend. We've replaced those players really with very, very attacking players, but an imbalance in terms of that defensive, that shape, the people that actually want to get stuck in. And that's what I've seen with Liverpool. By the way, I just have one question to Benty, because while I say all of these excuses, one thing is concerning: the last 2 results. Benty, is there any kind of sign that ever you see as an ex-player or now as a pundit where you start to question whether players are playing for the manager anymore? Because my theory is that players usually get the manager sacked before the board even want to sack the manager.
Do you know what it is? I think confidence is a huge thing in football. Like it's probably the most important thing, the confidence. Yeah. And this Liverpool team right now, which is it surprises me because they had the Villa result, which is a good result, and the Real Madrid result where they look good. If it weren't for Courtois, it would have been completely destroyed them. But against Man City, it was like and I know the goal played its part, the Van Dijk header, but they looked low in confidence when they conceded. And then against Forest, they looked low in confidence. And confidence is a big thing now. You might look like, he ain't playing for the manager. They're not playing for the manager. But their confidence is so low that they're just not doing things with the same. They're having to think about everything rather than just doing it like off the cuff, and sometimes it can look like he ain't playing for the manager, but it's just that their confidence is so low.
Their next 5 games, the next 3 are massive. Next 5, if they don't get wins from these, then there's question marks. West Ham away, you'd expect them to beat West Ham away.
I mean, you say that, but West Ham at the minute, they're picked up.
I know, but Sunderland at home. Now, Sunderland away, yes, but Sunderland at home.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Leeds away.
Yeah, they'll win that.
Brighton at home, tough game, but
Tough game.
at home.
But do you know what it is?
Spurs away.
Do you know what I just think it is? I think when your confidence is as low as it is, right, we're still sitting there going, they'll win that because we're thinking of Liverpool of what they have been.
Yes,
right? But when you put them where they are now, even if you go to the start of the season, right, they weren't playing like unbelievably well. And I remember one particular game.
Nicking wins, they were at the end.
They went to Burnley, right, and they were struggling for a while, and they nicked a 1-0 right at the very end. I think they scored, what was the minute they scored in?
And we were
90 plus 5, pen.
And we were saying, often sign of champions,
right? But it's obviously caught up with them.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, when your confidence is low and you're looking at this, you're going, there's no easy wins all of a sudden.
We'll talk more football in Bentley's Tea Time Takeaway in just a moment. We'll also have another no Googling for you now. We got one now. We want to know, who was the manager the last time Liverpool lost back-to-back league games by a margin of 3 or more goals? Wow. Let me say that again. Who was the manager the last time Liverpool lost back-to-back league games by a margin of 3 or more goals?
I'm guessing it was a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago. And no, I wasn't born. The answer to that and loads more football chat coming your way on Monday's edition of Drive Time on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and the superstar that is Darren Bent.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. better access to drivers, improved content on social media and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earned 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
I'm talking about me, Andy Goldstein. Benty's here. I was out at the weekend. Someone, where's Benty? I don't live with the fella. Do you get where's Goldstein? Look?
Never. I tell you, you wouldn't want to hear what I get. It's just funny, especially when I get to Arsenal as well. No, listen, a lot of people go, where's Goldstein? It's funny, like, we love you too.
Yeah, but people, Arsenal fans, it's nothing to do with Arsenal, it's you. It's nothing to do with Arsenal.
No, it is Arsenal.
No, because it's Ipswich as well. It's nothing to do with Ipswich, it's you.
No, Arsenal.
A little bit of Charlton in there as well. It's nothing to do with them.
No, when I'm
nothing to do with Arsenal.
Wherever I'm sitting at the Emirates in the comms,
in the VIP seat.
Yeah, people walking past me going, Goldstein, tell him he's
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll tell him for you, happily.
Well, you don't, so you obviously...
Yeah, because obviously I'm protecting...
Bottle it.
Well, hey, Joe, when we doing the Toddington Arms, soon that, innit?
I'm away that day.
No, you're not, mate. You got to do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm golfing that day.
No, you're not golfing
I'll take a day off golfing.
Why? Because you don't want to do it there?
Yeah.
You are a wimp.
Yeah, without doubt. I was always told I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead hero.
Yeah, no one's going to do anything to you, are they?
Not if I'm not there, though. Before the break, ask the manager, when was the last time? Who's the last manager? The last time Liverpool lost back-to-back league games by a margin of 3 or more goals?
Shankly?
Yeah, it was. 1965.
Oh, wow.
Just quickly before we move on. In that break, some people say, what did you do in the ad breaks? Right? I renewed my TV licence in the last ad break.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you reckon it is? I thought, I wonder if Benty knows.
TV licence?
How much is a TV? I've just done it. I've got the exact number.
60 quid?
No. Do you think it's more or less?
More.
Go on, another guess. No help, please, by the way, in there.
Have you said it's more in the way you said it?
No, I didn't say that. I said more or less. Might be less. 60 quid.
I'm going 180 quid.
£174.50.
Wow.
170. Everything seems to be 200 quid nowadays, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure back in the day. No, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know these people, but like, was it one of them where the TV licensed people used to come to your house, knock on your door?
That still happens.
And if you knock on my door.
Well, you must have a TV license.
No, I know I've got one. But my point is, back in the day, certainly
I don't think you have.
Hey,
Who buys your license?
Me. Family friends, right?
60 quid, eh?
Family friends. But this is back in the day I'm talking about, not now. Oh my goodness, we're going back to the Joe, we're going back
why have you done that?
We're going back to the 90s. 60s?
90s.
We're going back to the 90s, 80s.
Joe's nervous about a joke from 40 years ago.
Honestly. Now I have a TV license, but back in the day, family friends growing up when I was
We've only got one dub left.
No, I'm 10 now in the 90s.
No, because Joe would go nuts again.
Early 90s.
Okay.
I gave no details of who it was. Do you know what I mean?
They've got them now, though, right?
Well, no, I renew mine every year, but no one's never ever knocked on my door. Never.
No, they won't, because you've got one.
Oh, did they only knock on the door when you haven't? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I thought they just come to.
Just
No, but didn't they back in the day? They come to check.
Yeah, because they know. Sorry, Joe. They see where the signal's coming from,
Yeah.
and they go, he's got one, he's got one, he's got one. He's not got one, knock on the door.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Okay, but I didn't think about that back in the day. But
You ready? Time now for this.
Benty's Tea Time Takeaway on talkSPORT with Just Eat. Score yourself a stunning delivery straight to your door.
How you doing? It's Darren Bent. Takeaway. Can I take your order, please?
get my hands, marinate all up in the thing. I like my medium well. Ginger beer, oil over it. Get my brush thing, get the oil over it. It better be Heinz. If it's not Heinz, honestly, I'll lose it.
I'm Darren Bent, and this is my tea time takeaway.
He's even got the Heinz reference in there. If it's not Heinz, I'm gonna lose it.
I made roast potatoes the weekend.
Yeah.
I sent Tom Kerridge a picture. He put, oh my word, man.
You have no gravy with it?
No.
It was weird.
Potatoes.
You don't have gravy, do you?
On potatoes? No way.
Am I having a laugh? Am I missing something here?
Why would you ruin a potato with gravy?
Don't you put gravy on roast?
You put it on the meat. You don't put it on a potato. Oh.
No, you're a weirdo.
No, mate.
I'm telling you now, everyone here as potatoes has, for a Sunday roast, has gravy over the potatoes.
No, you're ruining it.
Oh, you're
We've had this before.
Yeah, you're
We've
a
had this
weirdo.
before.
Weirdo.
But anyway, the potatoes were amazing. All right, this is part of the show where Darren Bent acts really badly. Where would you like to start first, Darren?
Sean Dyche is the man.
Just that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear from the man, Sean Dyche, speaking after that huge win at Anfield, and he discussed the importance of moving out of the bottom three.
It's a big shift from when we went in here, or got in here, sorry, and you know, the players deserve it, and the fans as well, because they've backed us, certainly since I've been in here. I can't question them before that, I can only question my time. They've accepted us straight away, it seems. Obviously, we've got a history, all of us, with the club, and the other two lads more than me, Stoney and Woney, but, you know, look, you've got to get results. You know, fans, it don't half lock it together better when you get results, trust me. But I think there's a belief in what we're doing, and I'm really pleased with that at this early stage. I think the players are showing that in what they're delivering on the pitch.
Stoney and Woney. Oh, I like that. Go on, Sean.
Well, every footballer's either got a Y or an IE, right?
Go on, Sean Dyche.
Unbelievable result for Forest and for Sean Dyche. What has he changed? What have you noticed that he's changed?
Do you know what it is? When I think about Sean Dyche and teams that he's had, he's always just got a clear identity as to what his teams do really well. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that, yes, at times it might not be the most pretty, but he's always said he'll work with what he's got. And I think the fact that he gets him into that kind of 4-2-3-1 system, that type of shape, he defends and to a point where they're not too high, as you spoke about. They'll drop just in. If they need to defend deep and kind of hit you on the counter-attack, they'll do that. But just a clear message. I think sometimes with certain managers, maybe they try to kind of... It's not waffle, that's a little bit unfair, but there's no clear plan, no clear identity. And Sean Dyche, you know what you're getting from him. They're hard to play against, hard to break down. And I think in this scenario here, although I don't think was it last season or the season before? I can't remember. I remember Nuno going up there and then winning 1-0 at Anfield.
Last season, early on in the season.
Yes, really, really good performance. And this one was probably even more impressive. But I mean, fair play, Sean Dyche. You look at Nottingham Forest now that we're hovering around that relegation zone. They're not getting down with Sean Dyche.
No,
it's not happening.
He looks like, obviously he's got that connection with Forest from years and years. He looks like if he wants it, he could be their manager for the next 20 years.
Yeah, Stoney and Woney.
Just fits in though. And the fact he's got Stoney and Woney there as well makes a huge difference.
Do you know what it is though? I think for Sean Dyche, I do think sometimes it gets to a point, and I think all owners now are kind of guilty of this a little bit, is that, yes, like this is good for right now in terms of Forest moving away from the relegation zone, the football he plays. But then, owners are like, they're like, well, do you know what now? It's about the brand of football we're playing. Not quite happy with this.
Yeah.
I'll make a change. That's always the case.
Yeah.
But right now, yeah, it's been perfect for Forest.
Great. Where would you like to go next with your acting ability?
You know what?
No, I don't.
I was watching over the weekend.
Oh, yeah? What were you watching?
And at the start of the season, I was watching Premier League football. And at the start of the season, I thought...
It's like a monologue now, isn't it?
Yeah, start of the
It's the line
season.
I'm after.
Start of the season, I thought... no, the newly promoted sides would...
We're off air at 7.
Mate, you keep
How long's this going? I've got 3 words here.
I'm going to start again.
Go on then.
Right. Over the weekend, I was watching Premier League football.
Oh, yeah?
And at the start of the season, I was thinking...
Oh, right.
I think the newly promoted side will all be all right. But now I'm starting to think Burnley and Leeds should be very worried.
No.
You finished?
No, it's nothing what I spend 1% of my time to think about. I'm just concentrated on my group and what we have to do in order to stay up. So I can't afford to think about my position or whatever. The only thing is more like how I manage to keep this lads up. We had a good start right now in terms of results. We had a bit more difficult period. I expected it would be at some point a bit more difficult period today. Very unlucky and very undeserved, I would say.
I'm glad that Jack did that. Cut you out because you were yapping.
It's not cut me out. It's
Jack, I commend you for that.
The people listening would have wanted to hear the link, and they didn't know it was going to be an unhappy Farker, did they?
No, they didn't. But no, yeah, Leeds, right? And listen, I don't like to point fingers or anything, right? But one of the biggest things I wondered could they score enough goals? Leeds, right? That was always the biggest thing. And when they say on Calvert-Lewin, I always found that quite a strange signing because he's got Premier League experience, but he's never been prolific. I mean, Nemecha, 3 goals this season in 12 appearances, done okay. But I'm just not sure about them defensively and attacking. No. And obviously, if you're leaking goals at one end and you're not scoring at the other end,
you've got problems.
You've got some serious problems. And even for Burnley, I thought Burnley did all right at times against Chelsea, but even them, they're a little bit like they start off the season okay, and they still might survive. But again, have they got? I like Fleming. I think he's a good player. I like Jane Anthony. They've got good players in the squad. But have they got enough going forward to kind of, if it goes into a shootout, can they shoot themselves out of trouble? Defensively, last season, breaking every record there was in the Championship. This season, I'm not quite sure. They might be in a bit of trouble.
Okay. You've got 2 games to choose from, but we're only going to have time for one. Newcastle beat Man City 2-1 or Bournemouth 2-2 with West Ham. Where do you want to go?
Well, Steve Clark needs to get on the phone and call Harvey Barnes now.
You've got no audio there.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes, 2 goals, 2 great goals, by the way.
Yep.
For him.
But did he miss one early on, open goal? I think he did.
Yeah, he
did. 2.
Yeah.
He missed 2, yeah. By the way, I think it was the first one. I mean, I would have scored that. That's my point. If I played up...
No, you wouldn't score that.
If I played up top for a Premier League team, I would score at least one goal.
You wouldn't be able to
I would have got on the end of that.
No, you wouldn't be able to sort your feet. You'd have fell over before the ball came.
Like him.
But also as well, you wouldn't have anticipated it coming there.
I would have done.
You wouldn't have.
I would have practiced it in training.
But I think for Harvey Barnes, I mean, he's not going to get in the England squad. Just there's too much competition in front of him.
Yeah.
But that performance there, if you're Steve Clark, surely again, do you know what?
It's a no-brainer.
No-brainer. Just call him up.
I just feel, we've talked about this before. I just feel sorry for the Scottish person that would miss out.
Okay, but would you rather that in the squad or not?
I know.
He was brilliant.
Yeah, he's got
pace, power, good finishing.
Yeah, he's got to go. But there's a little part of me that's like, why weren't you there for qualifying?
No, I like him.
Okay. Quick word about Bournemouth 2-2 with West Ham.
Yeah, great game. Callum Wilson, 2 goals against his former side. 2 great goals. I mean, the first one, keeper. Second one, lovely instinctive finish.
Can he make the England squad?
Yes, he can. But it depends. Like, if he keeps scoring at this rate, of course he's going to.
Yeah. That was Benty's Tea Time Takeaway. All thanks to our friends at Just Eat. Feed your squad with matchday meals delivered in time for kickoff.
Benty's Tea Time Takeaway on talkSPORT with Just Eat. Score yourself a stunning delivery straight to your door.
And when we come back, Jack's sense of humour is under the spotlight, the best of talkSPORT. And then from 6 o'clock, we cross live to Danny Murphy's at Old Trafford. Had a live commentary on talkSPORT. Man United take on Everton. Huge game of football in the Premier League. United win by, I think, 3 or 4 goals. They go into the top 4. And, of course, on the back of that game, the boys on the sports bar from 10 will be taking your calls. But as I said, when we come back, the best bits of talkSPORT, in the best of talkSPORT, on talkSPORT, yeah, you get the idea. Yes, it's Drama Talk Sport. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent and Just Eat. Tackle match day snacks and the weekly shop in one go. Whatever you need, whenever you need it, delivered straight to your door. Me and Benty were just talking about Gabby Agbonlahor in the break there. He's part of the darts this year. And if we don't know who's got over, he's part of it.
Yeah.
So the draw for that will be, I don't know when it's going to be announced, but it's going to be announced. Who do you not want?
I don't care, bring them all on.
I know there's one you don't want.
No, I want Sawyer.
You don't, mate.
No, I do.
You want to avoid her.
No, I don't. I want
you can't lose to her. If you get her, you
I
can't
want her on
lose.
the darts. Okay.
No, you don't, mate. That's one game you want to avoid.
No, it's not. Got to get rid of them. Got rid of them demons.
That'd be pay-per-view, mate.
No, it's a pay-per-view star. Yeah, it's got.
Oh, that will be. I'd pay to see that. That'd be an unbelievable match. Imagine you lost again if you got her. Still to come, we'll be joined by former Premier League midfielder Danny Murphy, head of Man United against Everton. It's live on talkSPORT tonight. Can't wait for that. Time now for this, though. Yeah, time for the best of talkSPORT and Friends. This is where we run you through some of the recent highlights from across talkSPORT. Let's start off with the weekend Brekkie show. The wonderful Shabana was alongside Big Tony Cascarino. Here's a little confession from Big Tony.
My wife accuses me of, I'm not very cuddly anyway. I'm not very, I don't get too overly emotional, except for when Liverpool lose. But she says you're not very affectionate sometimes. I went, I've got 7 kids. I must have cuddled sometimes.
7? I always question when someone's got 7 kids.
Right.
Like, you get to 6 and you think, it's not enough.
You must start getting to 5 and going, there's not enough.
Yeah, I know. How many's enough?
I mean, that works with all number of kids, right?
Well, no, 2. I can understand why people go, let's have one more. But like
3?
What? Why? No. I always think if you've got more than 3, it's because you wanted another one at 2 and you had twins. Like, no, 4's too many, right?
No.
7.
Go on, Cass.
7. Got to stop somewhere. Are you a cuddler?
Yeah. Don't want to cuddle.
You can cuddle a man. Could you cuddle me?
Yeah, I'd start off cuddling you. No, I'll give you a hug and cuddling you.
Not cuddle. Right. How long's too long if we hugged?
Couple of seconds, bang.
About 4 seconds.
Yes, long.
You want to try it?
No, I don't.
Who's someone that talks about needs a big cuddle?
I think Jack at times needs a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all right, Jack. I think sometimes people think...
Oh, Jack just sitting there, I get plenty.
I know, yeah.
You're newly married, that's where that goes in about a year, Jack. What's the best way to set the mood at home?
Wow. Music? Bit of music, I'll probably say.
Yeah. Put the kids to bed if you're Tony Cascarino. 7 of them. That must take hours. Imagine how long that takes. Remember, Shaban and Tony, they're with you every Saturday and Sunday morning from 6 a.m.
Onto the game day exclusive where Sam Matterface and Stuart Pearce commentated on Chelsea's 2-0 win over Burnley. They also discussed the wrestler Haystacks.
Wembley Arena 1981, the last time that Haystacks and Daddy met in a singles match.
That must have been a rematch.
It was actually the only time that they ever met.
Was it?
Yeah.
Tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen Haystacks and Durham in the same room together. I'm not suggesting they are the same individual.
Do you see a resemblance?
No.
I don't either.
No, I mean, Adrian's ginger and doesn't have a beard, and the fella had dark hair and did have a beard and was about 700 stone.
Why do you give wrestling so much dick?
Because you like it. It's like NFL. It's not against the sport. It's like Arsenal, Ipswich.
You make that excuse, but it
no.
It doesn't wash.
Also, it's not a sport. It's an entertainment. That's why.
What would your wrestling name be? The Weasel. Was it?
Do you know, I'll probably go under that and dress like a weasel.
Weasels? No, don't worry.
No, just a weasel. You don't need to add to it. It's perfect. What would yours be?
Little weak imbecile called Goldstein.
What would yours be?
The truth.
The truth be the weasel.
Game day exclusive returns this Saturday as Tottenham take on Fulham at 8 p.m.
Let's finish with a clip from today's episode of 21 Minutes to Go, the Unfiltered podcast.
Let me get a pen for this.
Flying. It's flying. It is great. 21 minutes to go. Here's the fun boy describing a homing pigeon from World War One.
Have they got legs, pigeons?
Yeah, of course they've got legs.
They've got legs, okay. So they tie it around his leg, right? Anyway, they send him off. Right.
From where? Where are they? France?
They're in France, and they send it off to this the lost battalion. I say lost battalion, right?
Yeah.
And this is battles going on, right? And they've got to get this message over there. They've got to get it over there.
What does it say?
I never found out what it said. But anyway, here's what happened, right? They shot his leg off.
That's unbelievable. That gets better and better, so it's brilliant.
Oh, no, sorry.
No, you need to hear that.
No, seriously. You want to download the 20 minutes to listen to Have They Got Legs? A pigeon in France.
Pigeon in World War One. that was responsible for taking messages. Unbelievable.
World War stuff, I'll download a World War podcast. 20 minutes ago, it's supposed to be funny.
Well, it is funny.
That there's funny.
I know what you're doing.
I have pigeons got legs.
When's your podcast come out?
Honestly. Look at back there. Everyone's laughing.
When's your podcast coming out?
Coming out, mate.
Yeah? Who is it with?
Can't tell
Is
you.
it about shoes?
Yeah, no, it's about pigeons with no legs.
Is it?
Brilliant. Sure, question.
Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Sometimes I'm too good for this show. Have you ever eaten pigeon?
I think I have.
Yeah, but that was at Trafalgar Square. You were starving, weren't you?
Disgusting.
What's the first thing you do if you could fly?
Go on holiday.
Where'd you
It depends how I'm flying. Am I flying at like normal speed? So I'm going.
Yeah, Superman.
Oh, so speed of light. Yeah. Oh, I'm going on holiday.
Look how excited you are that I've said that you're like. If you were a general leading an army of any one animal, which animal would you pick?
I mean, lions would be quite cool, but I'm going to go silverback gorillas, man. Imagine them coming.
Why are you so upset?
That's my
They're
favourite.
not the toughest.
Mate, they are. Do you see how big they are?
I don't think a silverback would beat a rhino.
Okay, but 4 silverbacks would get around on its back and pummel it.
I don't think it would, mate.
4 silverbacks.
Oh, why you got to go 4? Why is it not 1v1?
You just said army.
All right. Yeah, but 1v1, rhino's winning.
Okay, maybe.
Do you think a silverback could take down an elephant?
I don't know how it would do that.
Get it in the neck.
Yeah, but an elephant's not going to be able to hurt he won't be able to get near the gorilla.
So step on it, won't he?
Well, he's obviously not going to let him, is he?
Who's not?
Nah, do you know what? Save this for 21 minutes to go. There's this stuff. That's an idea.
I'm recording one tonight, so it's not a bad idea. Remember, download 21 minutes to go.
If you like pigeons.
Yeah, if you like pigeons, yeah, download it, yeah. If you like laughing, if you like people swearing. 21 minutes to go, and of course you can find all of our other shows on talkSPORT's app, where you can swipe between talkSPORT, talkSPORT 2 and all other sister stations, so you never miss a moment. When we come back, we'll be crossed into Old Trafford. Lots of pigeons on that roof. Danny Murphy will be joining us, head of live commentary of Man United against Everton. We'll talk all things Man United and, of course, a bit of Liverpool. He used to play for them. Last hour drive coming up right after this. Stay where you are.
There's a lot of talk about the independent football regulator. Some people love the sound of it, others don't. But what actually is it? And is it going to be any good for the game? In simple terms, it'll be an organisation not controlled by the Premier League, the EFL or the government, which will make sure all clubs are financially stable and don't rip off the fans. The aim is to make sure what happened to Bury, Derby and Reading doesn't happen again. Now, a significant reason clubs go under is because of dodgy owners financially mismanaging the club and running it into the ground. But in theory, these should be a thing of the past with the new regulator. They'll be able to use data from the National Crime Agency to perform stronger fit and proper persons tests and can even force owners to give up their stake in a club, which for certain supporters might be a welcome relief. It's likely good news for the EFL. The tension between them and the Premier League over a fair financial deal has been increasing in recent years. As it stands, talks have broken down. The Premier League backed out of recent negotiations, but the regulator will have the power to force through a deal, meaning more money for clubs lower down the pyramid. Now, this might sound simple, but in reality there's concerns this will open a legal can of worms, which could result in messy court cases involving the Premier League and the regulator. Parachute payments will be brought under the control of the regulator too. If they reduce them, it could mean a wider variety of clubs securing promotion to the top flight, but critics reckon it'll just mean the gap between the Premier League and EFL actually widens, as promoted clubs won't get as much money, which should normally be used to buy better players so they can compete. And current Premier League clubs have said if there were no parachute payments, they'd actually invest less, which would harm the quality of the top flight. And if clubs don't invest, then you'll get exactly what the EFL don't want, which is the same 3 clubs going down every year. And remember when Cardiff's owners changed the club's colours and badge? Well, in future, fans will have to approve any major changes to their club's heritage. Now, that might all sound great, but do we really need it? Some say the downfall of Reading and Bury is an exception, not the rule. So as a whole, the most successful footballing pyramid in world football doesn't need regulation. They say it scares investors who can help grow the game. If those investors go elsewhere, well, the Premier League may no longer be the destination for the best players in the world. And others, well, they just don't trust politicians to appoint truly independent people to regulate our game.
This is Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here.
No audio.
No, there's some. Still to come, Benty's going to be looking back at a busy old weekend in the EFL. But now there's a massive game. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT tonight.
It's the link, and he has stolen a point. It's results that matter.
This last 5 games has gone a long way. You can't say Man United are back. You can't say Man United have indefinitely turned the corner.
It's just really the beginning, and I think sometimes when you win games and people think that we are there, we are far from there.
Yellow's cross towards him, Bamo, and he heads it in. Play on, here's a giant advancing to the edge of the area, goes past one, goes past two, drop of the shoulder onto his left foot, and that is a great goal.
Always been important. It's not as if it's just important now, it's always been important in football, but it's just felt probably a bit more difficult definitely to get people who can get those goals which everybody needs.
Finally looking up the table again after looking over their shoulder. Everton 2, Fulham 0.
Yeah, the final game of the Premier League weekend takes place live and exclusive on talkSPORT tonight as the mighty Man United host tiny little old Everton. United, they're unbeaten in their last 5 games, but drew their last 2 before the international break. Meanwhile, Everton, They're 13th, having beaten Fulham before the international break. Let's look ahead to that game now with former Premier League, Liverpool, by the way, Liverpool midfielder. Your co-commentator tonight, he's got new glasses on his face. So let's say hello and good evening to talkSPORT's very own Harry Potter, Danny Murphy. Smurf?
Good evening, boys. Always a pleasure.
How are you?
Oh, a bit stressed. I was in a bit of a problem on the way in terms of traffic, a bit of an accident. So I like to be early. You know, Benty will know this. Footballers like to be early for things.
When you say accident, you didn't wet yourself again, did you?
No, that was last week.
Oh, fine. Okay. The shades. Can we talk about the shades? Are they new? I saw them on Match of the Day yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if you know about glasses, Andy. Do you wear them? I do.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've had reading glasses now for about 8 months, and then I've been advised to try these varifocals for work.
So like if you look through them normally it's fine, but if you look down, and do they work?
They take a bit of adjusting, so I'm giving it. Apparently, I've been told to give it 3 months and see if I can live with them. If not, then I'm back to square one.
Okay. Do they make you feel sick? A few people have said they make them feel sick if they wear them.
No.
Okay. Fine. We'll make you feel sick in a moment. We'll talk about Liverpool. But first, let's talk about Man United. Unbeaten in 5 now. I'm still on the fence. I'm still undecided about the manager. Have you seen big improvements from them over the last month or two, or not?
I think there's definitely been improvements even from the beginning of the season, apart from the odd bad performance compared to last. Although, when you're comparing it to last season, there had to be some form of improvement. You know, even if you think back to the opening, you know, they're still the team that gave Arsenal the most problems. They've shown some good signs, but they still have that bad game in them where they look all over the place, or you know, they struggle. And the consistency of the last 5 has been the first time they've had a run where people are now going, actually, as the corner turned. Problem you've got is they've looked better mainly because of the threat high up the pitch with Mbeumo, Cunha, Šeško. They're going to lose Mbeumo soon, aren't they, for the African nations? And then you've got Šeško who's injured, so we'll wait and see. The jury's still out, but yeah, definitely improvement for sure.
Do you think now, Smurf, they're starting to come to kind of starting to understand the way the manager wants them to play in this system? Because for so long we've spoke about the system as he got the players to play it, they look a little bit disjointed. But do you think the longer it's gone on now, they are becoming more comfortable with it?
Yeah, definitely. And again, that's one of the main reasons, because they get up the pitch more and stay up there longer and have more chances. Their numbers of chances and shots on goal compared to last season are just through the roof, and that helps any formation when you've got front players who are causing the opposition problems because they have to drop off. The other thing is, irrelevant of formations, the problem they've had in games, and they will still have, we saw it at Brentford a few weeks ago, is when you've got a lack of pace, and no matter what system you play, you're going to get found out on occasion. But yeah, the system, the players look more comfortable than they have before, that's for sure. But I still don't think, whatever system he plays, they can eradicate that lack of athleticism they've got through the spine of the team.
Smith, let me ask you, we're a quarter of the way through the season now. If United win by the correct scoreline, they can go into the top 4.
Yeah.
Would you say, I know it's maybe a strange question to ask, but if United do that, would you say so far this season they have been the 4th best side?
Well, it depends on yes, in terms of the numbers, but when you think of some of the other teams punching above the weight, doing more than they should, like Bournemouth, for example, Palace, there's an argument against that, because United expect to be top 4. This club, the size, the fan base. But yeah, there has to be a recognition, if they win tonight and they're up there, that they've turned a little corner. The big problem for United is maintaining, because we've seen these false dawns before, where they've had a good little run, or won a big game or two, and then all of a sudden they fall off. I just think January is going to be the telltale for a lot of teams where they're at when they lose the players who they've got to go off. Not just United, other teams as well.
And on the flip side, Murph, Everton doing okay this season, you'd have to say, probably. I mean, I know a few of their previous results, maybe beating Fulham was a good result, point at Sunderland difficult, but then the 2 defeats before that. Where would you say they are? Because Jack Grealish is obviously a prime example of someone who really exploded out the traps this season. He looked like he'd got his kind of the bit back between his teeth. Where are you on Everton so far this season?
I think they're about where you'd expect them to be. Their front line, or especially in wide areas within Diaye and Grealish, they've upgraded and improved, which has helped them massively. I still think they're a bit easy to score, like to play against at times. When they're not at it, they do look vulnerable, and part of that's because they're missing Branthwaite, who's a real, don't know what you think of it, I think he's a really talented guy. He had a great partnership with Tarkowski. Keane's actually done well, he's come in and done okay. But
scores quite a few goals, Keane, as well, doesn't he?
He does, but they've been playing, the lad, sorry, my brain's frazzled, the right back, who, the Irish...
Jake O'Brien?
O'Brien. So they've been playing without a right back. Keane's playing when really you'd want Branthwaite there, so they're still a bit vulnerable, but I think they're about where you'd expect them to be. The big problem for Everton is when you watch them, even when they have decent spells in games, both strikers are struggling. And they don't... And the thing is with the strikers, Benty, is that Beto, you kind of know what he is. He's awkward, he's difficult to play against, but he's not a goal, he's not prolific, far from it. But they've gone and signed a younger version. They've not signed a different type. You're better having a lad who can't run very much from the Championship, who knows how to score. He's athletic and he gets about, but they really don't have anyone who I can think, nobody who can play and reliably get them goals as a centre forward. And Moyes has been talking about it in recent interviews, hasn't he?
Do you know what, Murph? I was going to ask you about that, because that's a great point, because there have been times this season I've watched Everton and they've played really well in terms of moving the ball, creating chances, Dewsbury Hall, Grealish, Ndiaye. But, I mean, if you had to pick one of the two centre forwards, I know Tino Barry, he's quite young, isn't he? What is he? He's 23. Beto's 27. I mean, if you had to... Because I almost feel like David Moyes needs to pick one.
I'd go Beto.
And just stick with him.
I'd go Beto. I think he's more of... He's quick. He's more capable of running behind. Obviously, Barry's good in the air, and he's got a few different qualities. But I think in terms of a centre-half's opinion, if you were to ask most centre-halves as of now, I think they'd probably rather play against Barry than Beto, because Beto can, make those big long busting runs down the channels, and centre-halves hate that. Because even if he's causing space and problems and he's not scoring himself, he's still creating that space for the others around him. But whoever he plays tonight, it's an important role, isn't it? Because coming to Old Trafford, if you can't get out, and United will be up for it because they've got a bit of form, the fans are back on side. If they're not holding the ball up and not getting the team up the pitch, could be a long evening for Everton.
Come on, how do you see it going? I'll be honest with you, I think the only chance Everton have got is down their left and our right for two reasons. One, they've got Jack Grealish, and two, it seems that when we concede, I think against Spurs and against Forest as well late on, it seems to be coming from our right back position, where when we're defending, that's where Ahmed is, and he's of course not a defender. So that's my concern, that's my worry for tonight. How do you see it going?
I think Everton might cause United a couple of problems down that side because of Jack's quality, and even the other side, Ndiaye, he's probably been their best player this season. He's a terrific talent, but I just can't see them keeping United out. Bruno's creativity and Mbumo's looks comfortable and confident. Cunha's due a goal. He's playing well without scoring too many. I know I don't like saying it, but I think United will win comfortably.
Okay. What will the score be?
3-1.
Okay. If we break now, which is a little bit early, we'll have longer for Liverpool chat after the break. Is that all right?
Yeah, that okay, really excites me.
See if we can do 45 minutes on it. More from the legend that is Danny Murphy in just a minute. A reminder, of course, when we finish at 7, Danny Murphy and the rest of the talkSPORT team take over for live commentary from Old Trafford. Man United take on Everton. The boys on the Sports Bar at 10 will be taking your calls. More from the Smurf and Liverpool chat when we come back.
I was waiting for that.
We were just watching a bit of darts in the break. Michael May hit and Michael May miss. I Can't Spake might be up there with some of the greatest commentary ever, mightn't it?
Trust me.
That was amazing. Strive and talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside and Just Eat. Score yourself a stunning delivery straight to your door. Still to come, Benty's going to be looking back at a busy weekend in his EFL corner. Just quickly, Pep Guardiola has said that he's sorry for his confrontation with the cameraman following Man City's Premier League defeat at Newcastle. And in the world of cricket, England have passed up the opportunity to give their first choice batters some match practice in an Ashes tour game. Despite being comfortably smashed in the first test. More on that later on. But talking of getting smashed,
laughing.
Danny Murphy is with us. He's on co-com duty tonight for live commentary of Man United against Everton. Before the break, we talked about that game. Where should we go now, Dan? Oh, let's talk about your old side, Liverpool. Are you still there? Are you still there, Dan? Okay, thought we'd gone. What's going on at your old club, Dan?
Well, where do you start, I suppose? There's, I don't think any of us saw it coming.
No.
I don't think any of us thought that the levels of last season would drop off so much from those players who were there last year to this. Not many of them have got anywhere near. And I don't think any of us really thought that although new signings sometimes take a little while to get going, that only one of them would have done okay. Yes, the Jota thing, of course, it has an impact. That's no doubt. But the drop-off in the last 6 or 7 games is remarkable in terms of the quality Liverpool have got and the amount of options they've got. So the responsibility does, I heard you talking about it before, it does ultimately lie with the manager. But I do think some of the players have to look in the mirror and actually have a chat with themselves about their levels and maybe why there isn't the same intensity from them. And I'm talking basics. I'm not talking about missing chances or quality of passing. I'm talking running around, tackling, pressing, tracking people, all the normal stuff you expect from all top footballers, professionals. Because some of that's missing in the defensive work. Because you can talk about the forward players not being at the levels at the minute, but ultimately, if you defend as badly as Liverpool are recently, you're going to lose. You can't score.
How much of that response? Listen, it's difficult for me to argue this. You and Benty have played at the highest level. You know what you're talking about much more than I do because you've been there. But from an outsider looking in, I always think it's the manager's job to manage.
Correct.
And if your players are flying, that means he's getting the best out of them. And if they're not, the responsibility, I think, is down to the manager.
Well, where he's responsible is for putting up with poor behaviour. Putting up with poor performances from high-level players and not leaving them out. You have to set the tone. And some of the players are getting away with it. Now, you could argue he struggled in terms of being the right-back position has been a problem because of the injuries and stuff like that. Fine, I understand that. So you have to play who's available, but. Salah should have been dropped previously.
Yeah.
He hasn't been up to the levels, and I don't know whether he's not because he's trying to let him play through it or he's worried about the repercussions of it. That's just one example. You could, Isak came for a lot of money. I know that, fine, and he's not quite there. How does he get fit? Well, he's got to try and give him some game time. I also understand that, but not when you've lost 5 out of your last 6. Ekitike is the better option, and he left him on the bench. You've got. The manager's role is to make big decisions at a big club, and if that means upsetting people for the better good of the club, then so be it. And I don't think at times maybe he's made enough changes and decide, as a group sometimes it says a lot when the top boys get left out, and it gives everyone a little kick up the backside. Now, that's not relinquishing responsibility from any player to do better himself, live better, do more in training. Whatever he needs to do to improve his performances, but the manager, you're right, his responsibility is to get the best out of players, and if the repercussions aren't steep enough, and I've said this with other managers as well, if you leave players in when they're not playing so well, it deflates the ones who are trying to get in. So that could be part of it, and I also think as well there's a big. You talked about confidence, Benny. I completely agree with that. The lack of confidence seems to be spreading. Rather than being isolated to 1 or 2 areas, I think it's spreading across the board, and that's where the better players have to take responsibility. Ultimately, now is a huge test for Slot because it doesn't matter whether he's got last season in the bank or not. If he loses the next 2 or 3 games, he's in a world of trouble. The reality is he's got to find a way of getting some results and stop losing games, and even if that's drawing a couple. And the way to do that is to pick the players who are going to run the most for you and your best defensive players. not the ones who might win you the game, the ones who you can trust to do the defending, the wingers who are going to track fullbacks, the midfielders who are going to put their foot in. Whatever it takes to get some results. Forget looking at Champions League and winning domestic cups right now. You've got to win the next couple of games to stay in the job.
I mean, listen, really well said there, Murph, because I was looking at some of the players, and on paper, and I said this to Andy, I looked at the signings, and I understand it's the manager's decision to pick these players, but on paper, I looked at Liverpool signings, and I thought, oh my goodness, I can only see one team winning the Premier League this season. And the fact that it's gone completely the other way, I don't know what I put that down to, because when Wirtz came in, I thought, what a signing he is. Isak, we know how good he is. Ekitike, another good signing. Kirkes, really good for Bournemouth, one of the best left backs in the league. Why do you think, for whatever reason, for the new signings, it hasn't worked? Ekitike, I think it has worked for him, and I think it'd probably be better if he was playing. But for the others, like for Kirkes, I'll stay with Kirkes. Why do you think he looks so different to the Kirkes we've seen at Bournemouth?
Well, for him, if you're talking about him in isolation, I think for him it looks a bit much, the stage, the expectation, the enormity of the club and the pressure on every game. Now, if he was walking into a team at the beginning of the season where he was the only new signing, or there was only 2 new signings and the team was winning, his bad little half a game here or bad decision that cost Liverpool a goal doesn't get magnified because they're in a winning team. Because so many of them, I mean, I think he had 4 new signings in the opening couple of games of the season. I spoke to him earlier in the season for talkSPORT, and I did an interview with him, spoke to him off camera, and he was saying, look, ideally, you wouldn't want to bring 4 or 5 new players into a championship winning team because integrating 4 or 5 new players at any time is difficult. The other thing where I do feel a little bit for him is that he didn't want to lose Trent. He didn't want to lose Jota. He didn't want to lose Diaz, did he? You know, why would you want to lose Diaz? He was arguably one of the best players last season. The problem is some of the football politics, Trent wanting to see his contract out, the passing of Jota, Diaz not signing his new deal because Munich had offered him a fortune, he wanted to leave, and he's got 2 years left. What do you do? So he has to find solutions with new players. The only other thing I'd say quickly as well is, I'm sure he's got an input, a say in the transfers. I'm not sure every one of those players that's come through he particularly or might want, and that's on him, by the way, because if that's not the case, he could have walked.
Just one quick question. It's a horrible one, but I'll ask it. West Ham away, Sunderland home, Leeds away. If he doesn't win any of those 3 and there's a defeat or 2 in those 3, is there a chance he could get the sack this season or not?
Yeah, absolutely, of course. I mean, I like Slot. I mean, he's done wonders since he's come through the door, but he's being tested now and he's got to rise to it, and so have the players. Andy, Liverpool at the moment, in the last 6 games, relegation form.
Yeah.
Only Wolves have got less points, right?
Yeah, that's frightening.
If they don't win any of those games, he's in trouble.
Okay.
Wow.
Smurf, what a great chat. I really enjoyed that. Thanks so much for it. We love your work. Keep up the great work for talkSPORT. Enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully there's goals.
Yeah, I'll enjoy this mid-table clash. Cheers, boys.
Better at the bottom of the table. He's gone now. It doesn't matter. The wonderful Daddy Murphy is on co-comms duty tonight. A huge game at Old Trafford sees Man United against Everton. If United win by the right number, I think that number's 4, they could go into the top 4. The boys on Sports Bar will be taking your calls from 10 on the back of a busy night of football. Still to come on our show, Benty's going to be looking back at a busy weekend in the EFL, but 6:30 means it's time for the last no Googling of the day. And ahead of the United game, we want to know which player has moved directly between the 2 clubs, Man United and Everton, for the highest fee, and when was it, and how much was it? Which player has moved between Man United and Everton for the highest fee, when was it, how much was it, what year was it, who was the player, etc. The answer to that and more coming up. Last 30 minutes of drive on talkSPORT after this.
For every good signing a club makes, there's bound to be a few that don't work out. Manchester United have certainly had their fair share of those, especially since the end of their golden age under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here are some of the Red Devils' worst signings since Fergie. First up, Alexis Sanchez. He'd averaged almost a goal every 2 games for Arsenal, but in his 45 matches for United, he only bagged 5. Next up, Radamel Falcao, dubbed El Tigre, or the Tiger. But at Old Trafford, he was a little more pussycat, to be honest. All the Colombian managed in 29 games was 4 goals. Moving on, things couldn't have gone worse for Jadon Sancho at United, with just 12 goals in 83 games. And it all ended after that very public spat with then-manager Erik ten Hag. Next, Ten Hag probably thought he was wise in sticking to what he knew when he brought in Antony from former club Ajax. But the £86 million Brazilian has really not been able to hack it in the Prem. The curse of the famous number 7 shirt has also had its share of victims. As well as the aforementioned Sanchez, Memphis Depay found he couldn't follow in the footsteps of Ronaldo, Cantona, Beckham and Best. He netted just 7 in 53 appearances. And those are just a few examples. To be honest, the list could go on and on. Unfortunately, that's probably why Man United haven't won the title for over a decade, and why it might take a few more years before they're in contention again.
Is it cold in here?
No, I'm right.
I've just put the heat now out, a little bit cold. I don't know if I'm getting chill or it's just cold in here. Before the bank asked the question, which player has moved from Everton to Man United for the highest fee? And who was it? Do you know?
No idea.
I mean, you go, yeah, of course. Romelu Lukaku, 75 million. What year do you reckon that was?
Oh, it's Man United. 2016.
2017, yeah. You've got your darts semi-final tonight.
Yeah, against Henry.
Against Henry.
No, with not darts. With these things.
Nervous? Are you nervous about it? You can't give the old with. Listen, you can't say I haven't got my darts. That's poor from you.
Oh,
right? That's your fault. That's irrelevant.
Okay, but is it a fact?
Yes, but you don't need to tell the people.
No, I'm telling them.
It's your fault. All right, it's like you're making excuses before.
No. Who you got in the semi?
Are you nervous about it?
Henry.
Are you confident?
No. Yeah, I'm confident about Henry. Of course I am.
I hope he stuffs you.
He's lucky that no one's going to sit in that room. Because if people sit in the room, he can't play.
All right, well.
But now I'm looking forward to it, man. Can't wait. That's been a semi-final again.
Hope he stuffs you.
Why? I'm Team Drive.
For this reason. And where's your semi-final? Oh, yeah, you're not in it.
Are you not in it?
That's why. I hope
Who beat you? Oh, Harry Durham. Oh,
that's terrible.
You better than that.
He's bad for the sport he is.
He's not.
No, he's too slow, man. Slow, we don't can't all that.
You don't want me to win for Drive? For us?
No, there's no us, mate.
No?
There's no us. If you win, it's for you. Oh, got another ring on my finger. Adrian Armo's live coverage of Man United against Everton. We'll be getting team news for that one as soon as it drops. And a reminder, of course, you can get your calls into the boys on the Sports Bar from 10. Now, though, talking to darts, didn't know this was coming. The draw has been made for this year's World Darts Championship. You will, of course, be able to hear live commentary of that across talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 starting next month. And for the very first time, we're bringing you every game across the network and the talkSPORT app. How exciting is that? Reigning champ, world number 1 Luke Littler takes on 2020 quarter-finalist Darius Labanauskas. I think that's how you pronounce it. Meanwhile, second seed, your boy Luke Humphries, is up against the 2021 World Youth Champion Ted Everts. That's good. I like that. He's been speaking to talkSPORT's Adrian Durham and gave his reaction to the draw.
I know Ted as a person. He's a decent player, and it's no easy draw for me. But it all depends how the person comes out. Like, you could get the easiest draw and then play amazing, or you could get the worst draw and then play really bad. So it's kind of, I don't really know what to expect. I've not really seen Ted play much darts over the last few years, and he's obviously done well on the Challenge Tour, I think. So yeah, he's playing all right. He's still going to have to be at my best to beat him.
Do you really pay much attention to draws at all? Like, if you're looking back at over like the Slam and stuff like that as well, does it really faze you? Because if you're gonna win your second world title, or you're gonna win another tournament, you got to beat these players regardless.
Yeah, the only one I really enjoy watching is the World Championship draw and the UK Open draw, just because it's exciting, isn't it, and stuff like that. So I do feel like, I enjoy watching them, but it doesn't bother me who I get, to be honest. If I play my best, I know that I'm a tough player to beat. So, if I go out there and play like I know I can, then it's going to be a tough game for Ted.
Go on, Luke.
I do apologise. I said Adrian Durham. It was, of course, his son, Harry Durham. My apologies. Right, time now for this.
All down to a certain talkSPORT colleague's golden paste.
I mean, what has that got to do with anything, that?
I have no idea. Oh, he's sponsored. EFL Corner is sponsored by Goldstein's Golden Paste.
How much are you paying for that sponsorship?
Good work, Jack.
How much are you paying for that sponsorship?
Time now for the return of Benty's EFL Corner in partnership with Goldstein's Golden Paste, where every Monday, Darren Bent takes a look at the big stories from up and down the footballing leagues. Hold on, where's Ipswich? Blimey, no Ipswich, chat. Because it was the most boring game ever. Oh, no goals. Let's start with Coventry. They came from 2-0 down to win 3-2 home to West Brom on Saturday. Result leaves them 7 points clear at the top of the Championship. Their gaffer, Super Frank Lampard, spoke to talkSPORT after the game, praised his team's spirit.
Yeah, it's huge. There's a great connection at the minute. Players, fans, ownership, the work we're trying to do. We worked hard for that. Players take a lot of credit for that, because the way they play really energises the crowd. And that's a good thing for us. So we need to continue. We absolutely have to stay with our feet on the ground, because this league's so tough that we go to Borough on Tuesday, we've got Charlton coming here on Saturday, and every game's tough, and the last thing I want to do is my job is to relax and everything. So we won't, and we'll hopefully keep playing with the same feeling and the same qualities that we are.
Another great win for Frank Lampard and Coventry.
Yeah, hardware as well.
How do you look back, do you think, as a manager in a game like that? You obviously take so many benefits from winning the game, but obviously you question why you were 2-0 down in the first place.
Yeah, it was, yeah. You look back at it, I mean, afterwards, I think at first it's a bit relief. You're like, oh, thank goodness for that. Again, 2-0 down in the first half. I mean, the conditions were terrible. Fair play, Coventry getting that goal just before half-time as well. I think that helped. But it's definitely one of them, and of course the red card also is another situation that kind of, because you score a goal just before half-time, then they lose a man just after half-time. It's like perfect timing. So you go, okay, we've got now pretty much 45 minutes to just get ourselves over the line and get that result, get a point first and go from there. So I think Frank would look back at it straight away and go, there's another 3 points. And then as the kind of days progress before their next game, then you start to maybe dissect and go, well, we need to be better in this area. We can't allow that to happen. As I said, the conditions were awful, but it's a positive. You get 3 points and you move on.
7 points clear at the top now. Lampard's job just to keep his players grounded. We've talked so many times about putting your foot down a little bit too early. They're not guilty of that, because they've been there or thereabouts since the season began. How difficult do you think it's going to be for players and the management not to start thinking about Premier League football next season? Yeah,
it'll be difficult, but I think that Coventry have been close before in a number of occasions in terms of got to the playoffs last year. We've seen them get to an FA Cup semi-final where it was a whisker away from getting. So they've been close at big occasions. So I think you'll be able to keep it. Also as well, Frank Lampard has been there and done it before. He's doing a great job, I think, of keeping his players believing, but also not getting carried away. And I think it makes it even more of a great job, the fact that he's coming in after someone who was idolised by the club in Stoke's manager, Mark Robins. So, no, the way they're going about their business, you have to commend them.
Okay. Let's move on to talk about Leicester, because they were 2-1 winners at home to Stoke on Saturday. They also face a crucial hearing this week, which will decide if they're to be given a points deduction this season. They're currently 10th, just a point outside the playoffs. Let's start with the game itself. A massive win for Leicester against a really strong Stoke side, wasn't it? They'll be over the moon with that victory.
But that's the thing.
To use a footballing cliche, over the moon.
Yeah, Mavadidi with the goals and Patson Daka, but it was good. And Stoke at the minute, who started off the season incredibly well, just having a little bit of a... I know it's only 2 on the bounce, and you go, okay, it's only 2 games, but getting beat by Coventry 1-0 at home, you go, okay, and then getting beat by Leicester away. I think it's a really good result for Leicester because they have lost some key players. They made some quite good signings, but I think the fact they've gone in and beat Stoke, because Stoke will have aspirations, of course, and they're only 3rd now. They're 3 points behind Borough, who are in 2nd, but they would have looked at that game and gone, we can get something. So for Leicester, I think it's a really, really good performance and a really good 3 points. But as you said now, it's about winning games, and I think you always knew it was coming. What's going to happen? The fate of the hearing. But just winning. What you want to do is give yourself a fighting chance, because if they throw the book at them and it's a big points deduction, you want to be in a position where it's not out of reach. It's still achievable. So results like this will help.
I know this is going to sound like maybe a silly question, but if you're going to get a points deduction, you want it now. Right, you want it before Christmas.
Well, yeah, you don't want like 5 games to go.
No, I know. But what I'm saying, like, rather than rack up the points, at least you know what you've got to do now.
You've played 16. You played 46 games that division, right? So you've got 30 games left.
Yeah, to somehow claw it back.
You see what I mean? So you've got more than enough time to get the points back. But no, great result for Leicester.
Talking of great results, let's finish with yesterday's Still derby, which ended in a comfortable 3-0 win for Sheffield United at Sheffield Wednesday. It moves Sheffield United to within a point of getting out the relegation zone, whilst Wednesday, they're rock bottom of the Championship. Dear oh dear, with -4 points. The Sheffield United gaffer Chris Wilder spoke to talkSPORT after the game. He was asked how he was feeling after such a comfortable win.
Relief for not just me, but the 2,500 of our supporters behind the goal. That's a relief, because I imagine they were thinking the same as us. But there has been growing belief from my point of view in watching the players work. We were really competitive.
Let's talk about Sheffield United. We're both big fans of Chris Wilder. It was such a massive game for so many reasons, obviously, because it was the Still City derby as well. How much of a result is that? Before we talk about the negative side and how much Sheffield Wednesday is struggling on and off the pitch, how much of a great result is that for Sheffield United?
Yeah, it's massive. And I still look at Sheffield United's squad, right, and I think, I still don't know how they're still in this position.
I know what you mean.
Because they've got Tyrese Campbell, good player, can score goals. They've got Danny Ings now. So he knows where the net is. Stays fit, right. Callum O'Hare, Gustavo Hamer, Sidney Peck, Riedewald, who was at Palace for such a long time. They've got good players. Ben Mees, experienced Tanganga. I'm still looking at their squad thinking, how are they still where they are? But, I mean, Still City derby, of course, it's under not great circumstances with what's going on at Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield United haven't started off well at all this season either, but all you could do is win your games. And certainly in this fixture where they're quite close in terms of positions in the league, it's a great result for Sheffield United. But again, I expect with Chris Wilder at the helm, Sheffield United to be better than they are, because they've got experience, they've got quality. Just had a bit of a tough time.
Quick word about Ipswich, 0-0 Rex against Rex at Portman Road, wasn't it?
Yeah, point gained.
Yeah, 0-0.
Yeah, point gained. Yeah, point gained. You take that.
Not 2 points lost. Well, you're 8th now. You dropped down from 7th.
I'm beaten in 5. Take that.
I don't think you would.
Well,
you need to win your home games.
Yeah, I'm beaten in 5.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're happy with dropping down to 8th. Long may that success continue.
Well, hey, listen, 1 point off a 6th playoffs.
All right.
So they're thereabouts.
Okay, so you're happy with dropping 2 points at home?
I'm happy. I mean, they've got. Yeah, Joe, you're right. Win the game in hand, go third.
Yeah, okay,
and I've got 3 away games on the bounce.
But you're happy with dropping 2 points at home? Just to confirm that, because I don't want to misquote you.
No, I'm happy with gaining the point.
Okay, not dropping 2.
No, gaining 1.
Do you see it as that?
I see it as a point gained.
Okay, not 2 lost at home. No. Okay, well, listen, I hope all season you keep gaining a point at home.
I will do.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, come on, Everton.
We'll have team news ahead of Man United against Everton, which is live on talkSPORT. We'll have team news right after this. Drive for talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent and Justy. Get delicious meals, everyday essentials from the delivery experts. Phone us at 7, talking of experts. Adrian Damo's live coverage of Man United against Everton in the Premier League. Team News is in for that one. Sam Matterface can tell us more. Sam, good evening.
Well, he wasn't fit enough to turn on the Christmas lights in Altrincham at the weekend, and he's not going to electrify Old Trafford for a while. Matthias Cunha misses out with a knock. It's one of 2 changes for Manchester United from the draw with Spurs from before the international break. Senna Lommans is the goalkeeper. Yoro comes in on the right side of a 3-man defence. Maguire, who is also injured, steps out. De Ligt and Shaw make up the back 3. Mazraoui plays at right wing back. Dorgu at left wing back with Casemiro, who's been so important for them this season, in the middle alongside Bruno Fernandes. Amad Diallo and Mbeumo support Joshua Zirkzee in attack. One change from the win over Fulham for Everton. Seamus Coleman is back in the starting lineup. Pickford is the goalkeeper. Coleman at right back. Tarkowski, Keane and Mikolenko the back 4. Gay and Garner in midfield. Garner moves from right back into the centre. Njai, Dewsbury Hall and Grealish support Tierno Barry in attack. As far as the bench is concerned, as I mentioned, there's no Cunha on the bench for the home team Manchester United, but there is a welcome return to it for Lisandro Martinez. We're underway at 8 o'clock.
Sam, can I have a quick word with you?
You can have
You
a quick
mentioned
word with me.
Xerxes up top, and you mentioned a few Man United subs. Are there any who else is on the bench for United?
Diogo Dallo, not a striker. Lisandro Martinez, not a striker. Mason Mount will play as one of
He
the
could play there.
10s. You could put him as a false 9 with the other 2 surrounding him. Ugarte, defensive midfield player. Centre half, Aidan Heaven. Kobbie Mainoo has played as a false 9. It's a welcome return to the squad for him, and Shea Lacey on the bench tonight.
Thanks, man. There you go. That game live on talkSPORT from 8 p.m. It kicks off, rather. A reminder, of course, you can get your calls into the Boys on the Sports Bar from 10 p.m. Right, One More Billy will be in the studio in just a moment, but how's this for a start to next year? Thanks to our friends at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. You and a mate could win the ultimate trip of a lifetime to Vegas. Picture this, you and your best mate flying upper class from London to Vegas, checking into a luxury spa villa, 4 incredible nights at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, cheering from the stands as the Las Vegas Raiders take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and to top it all off, £5,000 in cash to play with. So clear your calendar from January the 2nd to the 7th, 2026, because nothing starts a new year like, yeah, you guessed it, Vegas.
21 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text at £2 plus standard network rates. Bill payer's permission required. Or call 03434239761. Calls are charged at standard rate. All entries must be received by the 28th of November at 4 p.m. This is a network promotion. Run across talkSPORT, Virgin Radio UK and Talk. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Guess who's in the studio now, everyone?
Evening.
His mum's outside in the car waiting to take him home, but there's 7 minutes left of the show. It's One More Billy, everyone.
Right.
You've had a haircut?
I did, yeah.
Blimey.
About time, wasn't it?
Is he in a mood, the barber?
No paste?
Very good. No paste in it today because I forgot it. But tomorrow.
How's your weekend?
Really good.
Yeah. What we do for the end of the show quiz, William?
You boys have been speaking about heavy defeats.
Liverpool, yeah. Big defeat, yeah.
Yeah, so it's all about defeats and the arms.
And what?
The leg. Body parts.
Body part? Why?
Defeat.
Defeat? The arms. Amazing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Brilliant.
Andy, do you want to go first?
Yeah, definitely. If it's about defeat and the arms.
Which part of your body does not grow throughout your entire life? I.e. stops growing.
Eyeballs.
Nose, ears, spine. So 2 of those keep growing forever.
What, when you're dead?
No.
Forever?
Throughout your whole life, 2 of those grow.
Well, your spine can't keep growing, so your spine.
Yeah, correct. That means your nose and your ears do keep growing.
Mine does, doesn't it?
Benty, true or false? Laid end to end, an adult's blood vessels could circle the Earth's equator 4 times.
False.
Nah, that's true.
True.
I thought it would be that ridiculous that it'd be false.
No, it's true, yeah. They go on.
How's that possible, though?
We can't physically do it. Oh, Moose, I'll speak to you after the show, mate. I'm busy.
No worries.
All right, man.
Andy, you can pinch your weenus as hard as you want without it hurting.
What?
But what is your weenus?
Hold on a minute. Did you come in the toilets earlier on?
Is it
pinch my weenus without it hurting?
Yeah.
Right, well, my guess would be earlobe then, or something to do with the ear. Go on, what are my options? It's going to be a flap.
Skin on your kneecap, the skin on your elbow, or your earlobe.
Oh, I think it is your elbow, isn't it? Elbow.
Yeah, that's your weenus.
Yeah.
You can pinch that. You can't.
I've got a massive weenus, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benty, how long did the longest ever sneezing fit last? Oh, sorry. 2 days, 92 days.
What are you laughing for, Bill?
976 days.
Do you want to see my weenus?
I'm going to go the middle.
Yeah.
I'm going middle.
Do you want to...
92 days?
Yeah.
976 days.
Do you want me to take my weenus out?
Yeah.
There it is.
God, those big.
Isn't it? I told you big weenus.
Yeah.
Benty, feel my weenus.
Joe,
Yeah,
I thought it was going there.
Just feel it.
What's going on, Joe?
Do you want to... You can pinch my weenus.
Another for you,
All right, fine.
Yeah, anyway, this woman began sneezing January 13th, 1981, and didn't stop sneezing until September the 16th, 1983. In her first year, she sneezed 1 million times.
When you say fit, is it like straight off the other?
She sneezed 1 million times in the first year, so...
That's a lot of sneezing. Does she sneeze when she's asleep?
Not sure.
Okay.
Not sure they checked that.
Not to be sneezed at.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Do you want one more?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Both of you can answer this one. How many times do you blink in your life? Closest
I'll be
wins.
honest, Bill, that's none of your business what I do in my private time. In your life,
yeah.
I mean, we're talking billions.
Now I'm going to go 606 million.
I'll go 20 billion.
600 million?
Oh, DV.
Only 6 million out.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
You know what? He's probably counted. He's so weird, isn't he?
Yeah.
Billy, will you do me a favour? Get out my studio.
Yeah.
You want to feel my weenus?
No, I'm good for now, but
just give a little.
Maybe after the show.
Give a little tug.
After the show, maybe.
Sure.
Honestly, Jack. No, he didn't do
What's the matter? I'm talking about my elbow. What's the matter with you? We are done. We'll be back tomorrow at 4, looking back at Man United 6, Everton 1. I'll give Jack Grealish a goal. Either way, you can hear live commentary of that game. Build-up begins now. Kicks off at 8. The boys on Sports Bar. Sports Bar take calls from 10 p.m. Thanks for listening. We're all off to squeeze. Have a good evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.